What a great way to start the lineup.
Jizz in the dishwasher.
That's not what was said.
Came out.
You missed me yell something about stuff in my duvet.
You got it up yet?
That's inappropriate.
Fair.
This train has already been derailed. Good thing it appears to just be us.
There we go.
No Doug again.
Yep.
Oh God.
Nope, Doug's been kicked out.
Well, I don't think that's what happened.
No, it's not, but
Doug abandoned us.
we're all up. Hello, sirs. So far, ladies, ma'ams, sirs, gentlemen. Yeah, Doug is doing race car things again. I think Doug has given up on RC and will race car things forever now. So Doug may be gone.
He doesn't love us.
He does not love us. Doesn't love us. So,
Sorry, we're here.
we will let some people roll in.
R.I.P.
We'll let some people roll in, and then I've got some food questions for everybody.
Oh goodness.
Oh yeah, I do. I have some food questions. Because after watching Oh Boy, now I wonder how some people like
What do you put in your dishwashers?
just pipe, all the pipe. Shit, damn it, Jordan.
Well, here until
Until we decide what we put in our dishwasher.
well, I was gonna. Mine only shows there's only 2 people, but there's a lot more than that commented.
I got 21 already.
What the hell?
Hello! Still not wrecking it. Both of them. We love our food. Yep. Raph, how you doing? I got your second package packaged. I've been very busy. I'm gonna try to get it out tomorrow after work. Son of a bitch. Good evening, Wayne. Jason's here. Your Kia? Your Kia, not my Kia, but your Kia. The Sorrento. This is going to be a problem.
What's your problem?
Oh, the scale hub thingy and the scale worn locker thingy. I need to find them. Oh, there's mine. Do you have any E6000 on hand?
Yeah, back on my brazing table.
Okay. I need something to affix these to the cross wrenches.
Who's Glenn?
Like permanently. What? Where's Glenn? We don't care. It's his birthday, so he's probably out with male strippers.
Is that today?
His birthday?
Yeah.
I thought so, right?
I don't know.
Isn't that what we told him this morning?
Was that what? That was my question. Was that just this morning?
I think it was this morning. I've had a long day, man. I have had a long day.
What's going on, Ryan?
I found one. I can't remember what the other one looks like. So that's part of the problem.
Glenn is apparently working on his buggy, but can't get his links figured out.
Speaking of strippers, how's your mom, Jordan?
My mom is not a stripper. It must be your mom.
Ooh, dang. Got him.
Also, why is Glenn messaging me
Because he's an
after 7 p.m.
He's a
on Monday?
freaking idiot, that's why. Tell him.
You're
Glenn,
an idiot,
you're
Glenn.
stupid. Stupid Glenn. I do things for kids.
Easy.
I said 4, not 2. In all fairness, I was being nice.
All right, so we were.
All right. So, go ahead.
You were wanting to ask us about food.
Oh, yes. Okay. We were watching the Italian stallion, the pasta, everything, right? All right. Do you guys, and maybe gals, whoever's out there, what's Glenn do for kids? Who knows?
Gives them trucks.
Yeah, we give them trucks, and I help. I watch sometimes. No, wait. Anyway. So,
let's just shut her down.
when you're eating Italian food, do you like
To cut up my pasta, yes.
You're a pasta cutter?
Yeah.
You eat nuggies. You eat boneless wings, so I wouldn't expect anything else from you. All right. You know how they have like the real tomato sauce that's like super, super watery and thin?
Okay.
And most people like...
Typically a marinara.
Sure. Whatever. Anyway. Do you guys like that style sauce either as much, more, or less than like regular thicker, I guess, tomato sauce? What's your preference? What's up, Jake the Taco Guy?
So, from my days at Carino's, we had a regular tomato sauce,
Yeah.
a spicy marinara, which was
That sounds delicious.
it was all right, and then they had meat sauce.
Yeah.
And I preferred just the plain old tomato sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
That is not... That's not one of the options. Less...
Bolognese.
Yeah. So, hello, Central Indiana Crawler Comps, which I'm assuming is Rob. Yeah.
It is Rob.
Okay. Let's see. Less, the thicker the better, same as Jordan's motto. Thick and meaty, like my women. Alfredo is good, but that's not really... I was wondering if it... Because for me personally, if I'm in the mood for that, like, thinner marinara style or whatever, I'll smash the shit out of it. But a lot of times I like a thicker, as my wife thoroughly hates me saying, simmer down, sauce that's a little, got a lot of water cooked out of it. Yeah. That's what you had for dinner. See?
All right, so on that same similar topic,
You're good, Raph. Don't worry about it.
Chips and salsa. Are you
Yes. It doesn't matter.
scooping and like all the tomatoes and all the deliciousness, or are you just like dipping your chip in there for the water?
Am I trying to be polite and share the salsa?
Fuck them.
Then no. Then I am using like some Frito scoop style.
Yeah.
Just shoveling that shit in my face. Yeah. See, Colorblind says scooping. Chips and salsas, chunky as well.
Yeah.
Scoop. Yeah, everybody's scooping. I mean, salsa's delicious. But I do know what you're talking about. I really like chili salsa as well.
Chili salsa is delicious.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's very...
At this point, I should be sponsored by Chili's.
Really?
I'm a huge fan of Chili's.
Oh, okay. Maybe
So-
we'll work on that. Call it headquarters.
Yeah.
You guys ever watch YouTube?
Yeah, sure. Check out these guys. They talk about random shit, but you're on their channel.
Yeah.
You should sponsor the one guy. No, but I talk about this all the time. Anytime people start talking about like going out to eat somewhere, like we go to Chili's if we're going out to eat. Like Chili's is one of our go-tos.
Really?
Because their whole back page is the 3 for me or whatever. You get a soft drink or tea, an appetizer, and a meal for like $15.
Yeah.
So we're out the door. It's quick as shit. So it's the same price as fast food,
Yeah. That's a good point.
and it's better food. I don't know
It
how
is,
much better for you, especially when you down a whole platter of chips and salsa.
Yeah,
But-
there's that.
Like it's just
But I mean, salsa's not bad for you. Salsa's
No,
literally
it's
just
the-
raw vegetables.
25 tortillas that you eat.
Yes, I was getting to that point. So it kind of levels out. You're eating health food and complete garbage that's going to kill you. You put them together, it's just not good for you.
Story of my life.
Yeah, it is what it is. All right, I'm going to go E6000 these real quick so that way they can start setting. I'm sorry, Bunny. Did I move too quickly?
Quit scaring my bunny.
Sorry.
Salsa, no chips, only spoon. I mean, that's fair too. Where the hell did this come from? You guys hang out with the bunny. Raffle. All right, so I'm back. Matt had to open his eyes.
What?
What's going on, Dustin and Glenn? Dustin, I don't like to think about how every 4 chips is a tortilla, because that's depressing. Glenn, we told you to tell Matt what you needed, and he can send you links. Because stock links worked just fine. That's what I used for mock-up. Jackson, where did you go now? Brother!
That thing that's on the brazen table, are we doing those things? Is that a thing we're doing now? You gotta make up your mind. I can't follow your randomness. You gotta
Bruh, I have so much shit.
Gotta stay in line, my friend.
Are you asking for Beat the Creek?
Just saying in general.
In general, yeah, for sure.
Okay, because it looked like
It's pretty close.
you were starting to make some progress there, bud.
Well, so I was trying to decide the other day if I wanted to make it the same way as I made my first one, widening the chassis for the leaf springs,
Yeah.
or if I wanted to invest in a twisted fab setup.
For the S410.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And then I was obviously focused on Glenn's buggy, but
Stupid.
but yes, it is slowly getting there.
Nice.
Jackson left Hobbytown,
What?
working at Mercedes.
I also saw that he's got a girlfriend now. Did you
I
see
did
that?
see that.
And then I also noticed that now that Jackson has a girlfriend, he's spiffed up a little bit.
You're getting fancy.
Got a little bit of, what was that Justin Timberlake hair going on a little bit? The ramen noodle flu.
Well, it also looked like he was at a wedding or something.
He was like, "Hey, girl, watch me get spiffied up. You ought to meet my friends on YouTube." But yeah. Well, shit. What are we gonna do here?
So, Matt, can you put together a link set
Is he still
for Glenda?
Jesus Christ, dude?
Glenn, I thought you had other links at your house beyond what you sent me.
What do you mean you don't know what you need? Panhard is a current problem. You are retarded. Okay. So I did notice that she only had 4 friends. And I was like, well, maybe she just, she's one of those crazy Gen Z kids that just doesn't have social media. Maybe, whatever. But
Or he made her up and
yeah, he made her up, took some pictures of some random girl at a wedding,
made the account.
put his picture in Chat GPT and said, make it look like I have a cute girlfriend.
Yep, there you go.
That's what I'd do. Good on you.
Jason said, do you guys like anything to drink other than water? If so, what do you enjoy to partake? Yes. I prefer bourbon.
The only thing I won't drink is Jaeger, and I'm not a huge fan of gin, but I think
Yeah, I don't like
figuring out-
fighting my friends or drinking Christmas trees either.
yes, Jaeger does that to me.
Fighting your friends?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're familiar with Franklin, right? To a rough degree.
Been there before?
You know where the Walmart is in Franklin.
Sure.
You know where downtown
Roughly.
is in Franklin.
Yes.
I got drunk one night on New Year's ish, roughly, downtown at a bar in Franklin, and walked my happy ass all the way, February by the way, all the way to my friend's house that's almost behind Walmart, and was just decided that was what I was going to do and go tell him he was dumb and I didn't like him, and
There you go.
he punched me in the face.
Attaboy.
He punched me in the face. He knocked one of my plugs out. That was the worst part of it. I could understand I got drunk, did some dumb things, but I lost one of my plugs whenever my ears were stretched. That was that wasn't a good time.
I got drunk and did a lot
Non-alcoholic, he says. I don't drink anything.
of non-alcoholic.
Espresso. I drink a lot of coffee. Well, I don't even drink a lot of coffee, I guess I should say. I drink coffee.
Non-alcoholic
This is stupid.
Coke or water.
Cane?
Not typically.
Cane.
Only Tuesdays.
Ah.
Because I'm tired from being up late on the live.
All right, hang on a second. Let's see. Salsa, no chips. Remember, every 4 chips is a whole tortilla. What the hell kind of... No, wait.
Depends on what size.
I'm not buying it. I'll go with 6 or 7, maybe.
7. Who's cutting a round tortilla into 7?
Psychopaths that work at Chili's. Glenn said something, don't care. Colorblind guy said Mercedes-Benz of Louisville as their inventory specialist. That's pretty cool. Been together a year. Got her to watch it. You got her to watch us for a few times a month, and she still likes us? Are you still allowed to watch us? What?
Maybe Jackson will get to meet my mom.
Ah, there you go. Close, right? And Mercedes.
Yeah.
She's a boozy. Bougie, not boozy.
Both.
Both.
She's both. Emphasis on the boozy.
So non-alcoholic, only the second Tuesday of next week. Teleguided, what's going on? I drink, I usually have like 1 coffee, maybe 2 a week. I'll get Starbucks on the way up here just to kind of it helps me stay up until the end of it because I've been up since 5 o'clock or whatever and have to get up 5 o'clock tomorrow. But other than that, I don't really drink anything other than water. I had a minor, I think I'm going to die moment a couple years ago, and that's when I started drinking only water. I cut out all energy drinks, everything like that. I only really started drinking coffee the last year, maybe?
No, longer than that.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Hell, we've been going to Beat the Creek for...
Oh, yeah, there's that, I guess. Well, but repetitively, I guess. I know I've only been drinking it other than coming here on Mondays, every once in a while for the last year or so. I'll have one now that Lid's got her fucking fancy dancy coffee machine. So,
Yeah, outside of my morning coffee, I drink a V8 Energy most afternoons. But it's like a fruit juice with tea, basically.
sounds delicious.
It is really good. Other than that, I'll drink a Coke occasionally. I do like milk.
I do like milk. Milk is delicious.
Outside of that, it's pretty much all water.
Old cow titty fluid.
Teleguided.
Pete
B.
Hello.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Teleguided, are you getting ready for your trip down to the land of bald eagles and freedom? I know.
Do you have to pay a tariff to get here?
How much those trucks worth, sir? What? You know what sucks?
Did you see Dustin's comment about how old you are?
Yes, I was gonna say something about that. That's crazy. My dad is 60.
So she was close.
Yeah, kinda, I guess. Indeed, trucks are nearing completion. Awesome, awesome. That's good. Oh, yep, sure did. I did the thing.
What'd you do?
That. Just packed it in there. Seeing, I don't know what's in it. So I'm trying to see what gears are in it. It's already in underdrive. Hell yeah, brother. Put that bitch right back on there.
Look at that.
Look at all.
Also, that looks crunchy.
I believe I was spinning it backwards. Did I not? Yeah, I was spinning it backwards. Nope, I don't know. It'll break or it won't.
Also, I like these wheels on this thing better.
Yeah, they do look better. I mean, they're more
Correct.
standard K510 2030. Oh, I didn't see Todd. Hello. Not bad. A guy that was like, "Oh, should I run my pro mod now?" and then just kicked everybody's ass but yours. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I put my trophy out here.
Nice.
Somewhere. Oh, there it is.
Nice.
First place in pro mod this weekend.
Yep. I got third. Todd got second. Todd beat me by 30 some odd, 40 points, something like that. 35. I don't know if I said hi to Pete already. I think I did. Huh?
We did.
Okay. Rad Raf says he's a milk whore. To be fair, at 0%, is it still milk anymore?
So I won't drink zero.
That's skim milk, right?
Yeah, I don't do skim.
That's like milk where you drink the milk and then you wash the glass out and then drink that too. So
I drink 1%.
I'm a 2% kind of person. I'll drink heavy cream though if it comes down to it.
Well, you drink 1% when you're up here.
No worries, Todd. Hey, you know what? It's awesome. You only get better by people being better than you. That's how I view it. I gotta run you down. You know what I mean? Brian said I wouldn't.
He went to
a G6 this past weekend and took the 6-scale buggy and it did pretty good. But now that I have it home, gonna redo it. That happens. That happens a lot. I have to take my Pro Mod back apart because there are some things I want to fix.
Yeah?
Yeah. I only beat Rob by like 3 points. Dig definitely would have helped. Well, so in my defense, my dig wasn't working on course 1, so I would have scored better. If, it would have actually stopped the wheels instead of just clicked and drug them anyway. Or rolled them,
Yeah.
I
I don't know, I felt like Ricky Bobby out there. I was just kicking ass and taking moves. Wake up in the morning, pissed excellence.
If you don't like Big Red, then fuck you. Yeah. What the hell?
Rob, have you straightened out the rules, though?
Yeah. I don't know if you read the rules that you posted or not, but they don't include everything. Thanks, sir. I almost brought the YJ tonight. But I was like, I don't really feel like really working on a whole lot of stuff. I was kind of hoping that we could just talk to people all night, you know what I mean? And just
do that, because
talk to each other.
I'm going to
just spend time with each other,
Yeah.
Jizz in the dishwasher.
leave my dishwasher out of this.
Well, you jizz in your dishwasher.
I have them on my phone. Let me show you.
Yeah. Only by 5 points. I mean, you got to think though. That's like almost 2 reverses per course. That's half a cone. Dude, this is tight.
Like a tiger.
It is like a tiger. Should I take the shim out, you think?
Where's the shim at?
In the back of the pinion.
Yeah, probably.
That's what I was thinking. I'll take it back apart then, I guess.
5 points, that's like that's a rollover.
Yeah. Rob probably would have beat all 3 of us if all 6 of us if he wouldn't have had 7 rollovers. Let's see, hang on. So what events you guys doing within BTC? Metal Buggy. So we're doing the Metal Buggy run. I would have done that to begin with. The problem we're kind of seeing with the TF2 run is they're doing the creek And that is a rough time in general.
Yeah, I'm not doing
Especially for
their TF2
Yeah.
run. We will
We may go on a TF2 run.
we will definitely do a TF2 run.
We're definitely going to go on a TF2 run. That's what I meant.
Well, I mean, we all have one.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know. We'll kind of make a plan. Well, you need to know what trucks to bring and everything. Well, do you need to know what trucks to bring, or are you just bringing things?
I think he's kind of got that sorted out.
I know you're bringing my one truck. You're bringing this Suburban for to go home with me.
Him and I talked about that the other day.
Yeah. Did he say that he was going to do it? He lied to me.
No, not even close.
Damn it. What do you think Kirby will have the Horde of Vanquish trucks priced at? I would make some assumptions, but they would only be assumptions. I would plan on. I don't know. It depends on if VP is going to be there and if they can sell things. I think that would be what. Yeah, I'm not going to get into how that works, but I think that would be the big determining factor. Is whether VP guys actually show up, and then if they bring things to sell. I don't really want to talk for Kirby anyway. That's a big mess I'm not going to get into. Oh, let's see.
Jake, are you going?
Yeah. Why are you asking? You go with us?
Put that back there.
Let's see here. Oh, okay. Glenn said it's not. I don't know what the hell that means. He also said they do.
The creek's not that bad.
Whatever. For a bunch of tiny tire TF2s, then that's not true. The first part of the creek's not that bad. It's the latter part of the creek that gets kind of rough with bigger rocks and stuff. But anyway, it's not terrible. It's fun, but I would rather take a 475 buggy and go that way as opposed to a TF2. Let's see. John Lau says, I got out for the first time to the pier today and snapped an axle housing. Oh, shit, that sucks. Now I'm changing an axle housing. In what? What truck did you do this in? Let's see. I'm bringing a new metal buggy and my new TF2, says Colorblind Guy. That's pretty cool. Wayne can only make it on Sunday. Sunday's not a bad day to go because sometimes, I wouldn't say a lot of people, but a lot of people really get up Sunday and they are getting ready to roll out because they've got a 14-hour trip home or whatever. So you'll see a lot of people leaving pretty early. It's a good time to buy things. I know that much.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to take them home. Oh, well, hail. I didn't know Colorblind Guy had a buggy. A metal axle buggy at that.
I thought you said it's a new one.
I know.
Also, if we're going to run buggies, I think the Pro Mod might get some cut and shuts.
Those are too big.
What?
I don't like it. I didn't stutter. I said exactly what the fuck I just said.
I think you did stutter.
I did not. Let's see.
Should I put
Do
them
you
on?
guys know if Triel is going to be there? I think
Trail
so.
is going to be there.
Yeah, I thought so.
Your Dun RC is at. I don't know if.
What?
What?
What about your Don RC and Triel?
He's a
Triel
dealer, driver, something or another.
Is he the Triel deal?
He might be the Trail deal.
Just being nosy and no to too many tournaments coming up next month, hoping to be there in October. Okay. Yeah, I don't have any idea. And I don't honestly have a whole lot of reason to speculate, Jake. Who knows? I'm sure he got a player-ass deal on all 17 pallets of trucks or whatever he got, so he will probably be in the mood to pass some of those savings along, I would assume. But like I said, I won't speak for him. Let's see. John says a Capra axle in the tuber I got. Oh man, that sucks. The tuber that I got from me. Rob said, did order a dig rebuild today. Hope has all the parts I need. If not, I will have to order a whole new unit. Damn, that sucks. Glenn says, Sunday is the best day at BTC for buying if you're looking for stupid cheap deals. For sure. Sunday is the day to have money and then know that you're getting ready to take a bunch of shit home. Because a lot of times it ends up like, man, I sure do wish I would have dropped the price a little bit on these everything. You're like, I'll take the whole table for $500. And you got a table. I mean, that's what I watch people do. You know what
Yeah. Seems like what would happen.
Speculative. Hypothetically. Colorado Adventure Club, 2.6 thousand responded to that post. Holy shit. Man, I'd love to go to that.
What's that?
I don't know.
Just talking about Beat the Creek?
Oh, the metal tube thing? What are you talking about? Ryan said, some of the guys I crawl with are going to BTC next year, and I'm sure excited about going there. Hell yeah. That'd be cool. It's a good time, man. Jake said, if you see an OGS CX10 there for sale, let me know. I'll let you know, but it'll be, this is what I bought today. Let's see. Kirby's exact words were, deal's so good I can't advertise them. That's just Kirby talking in general.
Well, that and...
Kirby will never tell you what he'll do until you're in front of his face.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Also, I think I may swap to the Lord's Tire for Beat the Creek.
What? Not only cut and shuts, but also the Lord's Tire?
Well, no, you said no cut and shuts,
Oh, okay,
so I
okay,
switched
okay.
off the cut and shuts.
What? Why?
Because these are my comp tires.
That's a good point, I guess. Shit, where am I at?
Because y'all are going to make me run tube chassis.
Wayne said, perfect, I'm bringing money then. That's always a good option. I would never go to BTC without money.
And when you think you're taking enough money, bring
You
a
need
little
more.
bit more.
Cody, was that your whip post? I don't know what that means. About just making, like lighted whip, whatever the hell you want to call it.
About
Colorado
whips and
Adventure
chains.
Club said BTC 2025. Whips and chains?
Excite him.
Let's see. I bought Jim's whole table for $50 a couple years ago on Sunday. That's how, that's actually how Jake and I got our hammer race. Jim was basically tired of looking at them, and I was like, well, if I buy both of those and these 2 or 3 other trucks, how about you give me a player deal? And he was like, yeah, sure, cool. I didn't get it for $50, but we got a pretty big discount on them.
Damn, these are getting nice. Feathered.
Yeah, but just starting to get all the traction. Now you need to switch them out. Lucas Mertes says, I have an OGS CX10 for sale. What is it? Crawlers are the Lord's Tire. That's wrong. I think I may bring my 6x6 tow truck. Well, you do that. I did need... I did think about last night. We were discussing setup and everything, and your fencing and all that stuff. Let me know what you're bringing, so that way I can adjust accordingly. So I'm not bringing 6 trucks, or whether I don't bring 60 trucks. Whatever you want to bring is fine. I am just a super planer, so.
Well, and I don't think what he's bringing has anything to do with what you're bringing. We just need to figure out how we're setting up.
Precisely. I just need to know, what you're bringing as far as, so I know how much table space to leave you and how we're going to set everything up. Also, if you're bringing a folding table, all sorts of stuff. And be ready to do American things, like we're going to shoot guns in the air and...
Nope, those aren't allowed.
Not at Beat the Creek. Just in Maysville in general.
I mean, that one gas station is kind of sketchy.
There's not a chance in hell I'd go to that gas station without a gun. Tell Guy to bring that sexy ass JK to her. He can't bring anything too cool because he doesn't want to keep it. or he doesn't want to.
He doesn't want to leave it with
He
Matt.
doesn't want to leave it with me. So bring your own table. That's fine. I just I set my tables up, like whatever, and I realized I need probably one more 6-foot table. But if you're gonna bring one, then I don't really need to buy another one. So that's kind of how I was getting.
Wait, that's Cody.
Fuck. Oh shit! Sorry. Never mind. I read God damn it! I read Teleguided from Glenn, and then no, it wasn't. Glenn, you're too cheap to buy things from Teleguided. Shut your mouth. Shut your fingers.
He has a 6-foot table.
Okay. Yeah, if you bring that, then I won't buy another table because I'm about a 6-foot table short. Not Glenn short, but yeah, it's a little taller than Glenn actually. What's funny is the table is actually taller than Glenn.
Few.
Midget.
Well, nothing is for sale.
Yeah. That's what you say. In all honesty, I don't know what you're planning on doing. If you're just hanging out, if you are ever in the market for things, a lot of stuff there is very basic. This is my insert random truck here. It has a Lexan body and 2.2 Super Swampers. However, there are a select few people that do bring some really cool and really nice stuff, and it seems to swap hands. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, maybe something to keep your options or think about whatever, however hell you want to put that. You know what I'm trying to say, right?
Maybe.
Okay. Hello, Big Daddies. Jared Hopper. What is going on?
Good evening, sir.
Glenn says, everyone says that until the bills start adding up. Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
Yeah, and then you spend the next fucking year trying to get shit back.
that also happened. Doug, checking in.
Good evening, Doug.
Yeah, Cody's right. Everything's for sale for the right price, but I've turned down some offers, and I've seen other people try to buy some things and be turned down as well. But then I've also seen some people throw out some numbers, and they're like, well, yeah, that's fine. I'll do it. It wasn't for sale, but hell, I'll take some money. You know what I mean?
Are both of those situations me?
Yes. I wasn't really ready to sell my Nilla Bear, but you start throwing that much money at me, and I was like, yeah, fuck it. Not you, but Glenn says, true story. I've sold the damn canopy and a table before. Everything has a price. I mean, I guess I could. Rob says he's got a few little things I'm going to try and sell before BTC to free up a little cash. I'm hoping to sell everything at Beat the Creek.
I would like to do both, but
If like every 5th person buys a shirt, I'll be in. I'll be a happy boy. If I could sell at least half the shirts that I'm taking, I'll be good to go. That's another thing that's really hard about all those damn posts and that for sale, the BTC for sale page.
I think those are stupid.
Well, yeah, they are. And I mean, I could see the point where, okay, yeah, I want that. Bring it to Beat the Creek. I'll pay you half now and half then, whatever, right? But then to just have people going, what's everybody have for sale? Bro, I got 5 6-foot tables full of shit for sale. You got other people that have just as much stuff as we do that they bring. Like, I can't list everything.
Well, no, but like, I personally, more than half of the fun that I have at
Is
Beat the
shopping.
Creek is the shopping.
Yeah, I agree.
So when you're just like,
It didn't.
I mean, I scroll Marketplace on the daily anyway.
Yeah.
I don't have to travel and
Yeah.
hang out with smelly dudes all weekend to do that.
Wait, you don't hang out with smelly dudes all weekend. You hang out with us all weekend and we have smelly dudes around.
Yeah.
I take a shower every night. Thank you
I
very
mean, I do too. Yeah, they try to pregame and
much.
I'm just not a fan of it.
That's better. I bet this one's too tight too, because I bet I put the. Oh no, that one's good. Ooh, that one's real nice actually.
Jeremy, he's only selling his DMG buggy to try to get the wife a 6. Glenn loathes the sale posts and that page. Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
I just don't like missing out on the goofy shit, so that's why I stay in that group. But
It's a
lot of stupid.
Basically, it's just another group I'm in to just maybe catch something, because, well, I don't want to say that. Sometimes you can get a good deal that other people wouldn't be interested in. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
See, I'm learning how to like say things. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's only taken me 40 years, but by God, I'm figuring it out.
There you go.
Trying to pregame, eh? Eh? I'm gonna have a lot of stuff, I think. Well,
But did you read Ryan's?
shit, no. I'd be scared of somebody seeing some of my trucks and want to buy them and give me a good price, because none of my trucks. It's gonna happen.
So yeah,
I think south of, I mean, I know my dad probably hasn't, because he doesn't really take his trucks and he doesn't put them out. I know Jordan and I have told people that's not for sale. God, I don't know how many times. People will make offers, and there have been a couple times where, yeah, okay, I mean, I guess, you know, if you're that serious and we can meet somewhere close to that, then
I would say I had somebody offer me an actual XJ one time,
I believe that.
and I said no.
Did you sell the Red Cat, or did you trade for it? I mean, there have been some things that weren't for sale, and there have been some things that weren't really for sale, but have left and gone home with other people. So, I just, you know, it'd be like a 20-hour drive with stuff, or a plane ticket with no stuff. I told you you could ship it to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say
You are more than welcome to ship us whatever you want to do. Like, if that helps. I also understand that after you pay $300 in shipping all that shit to us, you might as well just drive for the gas money, you know, but probably not. It's 20 hours. Do I bring trucks that are not for sale to display that are generally just cool to have around? That's what I do.
yeah, I have.
That's what the fences are for. When we asked you about the fence, you know, like the do not touch signs and things, I have a table and a half. I probably got 10 feet of table that is just stuff from the channel so that you can see it. I kind of got that from RC Every Day. He brings some stuff. Sorry to cut you off, but
No, you're good.
so I kind of bring some stuff like that, and I believe, you know, Justin, God damn it, Jordan.
Yeah, fuck you both.
Jordan does the same thing as well. You bring stuff that, like, you guys have seen on the live, or, you know, like I've made videos about here recently or whatever. Like, I'll take the show truck probably. I'll have at least one of the YJs there, you know, stuff like that. It's not for sale. It's over in the area of don't touch it. I take the van. I'll probably take the dually again.
I mean, what was it? Beat the Creek last year. You and I only ran one trail.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, most everything that we take is just to show off.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I mean,
We have to have when you're doing like what we're doing, you have to make the decision of, do I want to stand here and talk to these people who possibly, I mean, I guess it's getting more and more that way, came to the canopy to talk to me, because there's some people just are going through, have no idea who the hell I am, which is completely fine. No idea who Jordan is, you know, whatever. But then there's other people that are like, you know, actually come to see us, because we only see everybody there fucking twice a year, maybe, you know, some of these people. So you kind of,
Glenn, put the servo behind that mount.
yeah, douche nozzle. Fucking idiot. I'm bringing 16 trucks. We'll probably drive 3. See, that's. I'm lucky the drive is just over an hour. Oh shit, hang on. Let's see. Jordan, those 101s look super sick on your green paneled buggy. I agree. I do like them. I
Well,
think
I appreciate that, but
I like
after
that.
putting those on there, I realized that it needs those bronze wheels.
you think so.
I really like it on the bronze wheels.
I like the gray better. I think I like Riots better than the 101s though. You need bronze 101s.
Is that a thing?
I think so. I'm pretty sure they make them. Okay. 16 trucks will drive 3. Teleguided says we're on the same wavelength. Exactly, yeah. And then also, like, I'll have my Suburban there. We'll have the trailer there. So any of the stuff that you bring to drive that is not like to show off or whatever, it usually just sits in the truck. And then once we decide we're going out, we get all the stuff out. We put all the stuff in the trailer or the truck, lock it, and then we go run a trail. We come back.
I was saying we try to, the trails that we're gonna run, we try to do that as soon as we get there,
Yeah.
so that we're not putting all the shit out, putting it all away, putting it all back out, putting it away.
Yeah. 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 Colorado Adventure Club says teleguided. I think that's part of the game is showing off. I mean, that's what some people definitely enjoy. You know, like some people that want to see what you've built. You know, like you got all sorts of cool stuff that I'd like to actually see in person and see whatever. Glenn's a ding dong. Cody said networking and advertising, 100%. Jared says I talk and buy sell trade way more than I trail. Last year I hit 2 trails.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like Jordan and I'll have a gap. Because I say that because it's usually Jordan and I. Sometimes Logan would go. Doug goes rarely because we can't all 4 leave and leave Bill by himself at the 10. He can't cover it all. But we'll have like a gap and go, okay, well, it looks like it's going to slow down for a bit. We'll go walk around the field for 30 minutes. You come back, and then there's 15 people in the canopy, and all of a sudden this herd has come over to the vendor area again. So you're kind of like, so you're not necessarily stuck there, but you are there to talk to the people, try to sell stuff, whatever. Whereas if we would have gone on a trail, like we'd be gone 3 times as long, and God only knows who we would have missed or whatever. But I would have to definitely say that you and I go roaming around shooting the shit, and
I mean, I enjoy that.
that's what I do. I do too.
And Rad Raff is correct. When Matt leaves, Bill's in charge.
Dude, it's the weirdest thing ever because I'll stand there and I will just talk to people. I don't know if it's my resting bitch face or what, but people just don't want to buy shit. I will walk away. I'll come back and my dad will literally just hand me money. Be like, here, I sold 7 shirts, 1 of those trucks that were for sale, 3 sets of shocks, 15 servos, and a ESC. Here's whatever the hell.
And a pear tree.
Yeah. And I'm like, what the hell? I stand there for 2 hours, talking to people trying to sell stuff. He's just, it is what it is. He's a gift to gab or whatever.
And Glenn said he is King Dingaling.
You're just a ding-a-ling. And I called you a ding-dong. Thank you very much.
And Glenn, we got you a killer buggy for your birthday.
Yep. Glenn says that's the plan, but I don't think it's enough. Don't know what you're talking about.
He's talking about his servo horn hits his...
Oh, yeah. Cody says I like to mingle with the people and just watch more than drive when I travel. It's fun to see all the different groups. Yeah.
Also, I don't know what happened to that buggy between the time that it was in my shop to Glenn's house.
Well,
But apparently it's all
the
changed.
builder lost 14 IQ points. I know that much.
Because it had a servo with a horn in there.
What did y'all get me for your birthday? I didn't get you shit. I might give you a hug at Beef Creek. Actually, I lied. I do have more prezzies. They're not for you, technically, but they're for you. Jason says I wait until Matt leaves before buying from his site. Yeah. That's because my dad is a nice guy that everyone likes. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. It is what it is. He does do very well with the peoples and their elbows. I need some room.
Because you shit on axials, and Jason loves axials.
I don't shit on Axial.
Well, we shit on Traxxas.
Yeah, we shit on Traxxas. I don't even shit on Red Cat as much as I shit on Traxxas. I don't think. Because at least Red Cat makes cool lowriders and stuff. Oh my god. What the fuck? Why is this so tight? And hard.
Probably because.
What is going on?
Well, have you ever watched the guy who built that? Have you ever watched him put a wheel nut on?
Nope.
He gets out his fucking impact.
Does he?
14 Ugga Duggas. That ain't going nowhere.
Does he though?
You might as well.
No, that one just didn't want to come off. Almost like it was threaded sideways. But you know what? Cross threads are better than no threads.
Isn't that Nature's Loctite or something?
Yep.
Rob, I liked the trophies.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't hang them on my wall, but
Yeah. They're cool though. I'll 100% give you that. So, do you see this?
yeah.
That's a printed insert. What the hell? I think it's one of ours too.
I guarantee it is. I can't
They're
get.
made for like 4.55s or something.
No, they're 4.75s, and those are taller than.
Isn't that what I said? And you said, no, you're dumb. They're 4.75s. Pretty sure that's how that happened.
What, the wheels or the tires?
Yeah, I
Or the
said
foams?
they're not 4.75s. They're taller than that. And you said, no, they're not. They're 4.75s. I said, okay, they may be marketed as 4.75s, but they're definitely taller. Why are they so hard to get off? Jesus. Look. I was really excited to run this thing yesterday.
Jason, that had nothing to do with an axial. That was because you wanted to build a 6x6.
This. All I can figure is that my Pro didn't come with Pro links. Yeah, I like the trophies. Okay, so I don't know if you've figured this out or not, but 99% of the time that I say some dumb shit like that, I'm joking. Thought we had this discussion that you don't really ever take anything I say to heart, but
You're taking those pro links off for Glenn?
no, I'm not. These are my links that I'm not sharing. I can't help that he's dumb. Must be a huge delay, or when I comment and when it shows on your end.
Well, we may just not have gotten to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is a delay. There's a few second delay from you watching.
Yeah, there's that too. There's a couple delays, you know, like your mental development.
Yeah, there you go. I'm delayed.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's always a delay of some sort. I think it gets worse the longer you watch Solid. I think the delays seem to get more and more.
And then it could also be just us taking forever to read.
Yeah, there's that too. Because we can read a comment and then we discuss. And then we read a comment and then we discuss.
So I think I went too far, but whatever.
Too hard?
Too soft.
Oh, too soft. Yeah, my computer and TV will drift somehow One start at the same time, one will somehow play faster than the other. My TV is always behind my phone. Where's Nolan? I wonder.
I don't know.
Haven't seen him today.
Drying out his car. Or whatever he was doing.
I don't know what he did, but that sucked. Not sure what that was all about, but that sucks for him. So, after you and I discussed that this needs D44s last night, right? Yesterday, whatever you want to call it.
Or frozen.
What the hell?
Wi-Fi no work there.
Stuck
Oh,
on
and it's looping.
I went home.
Oh, that was forever ago.
How about now?
Oh, we're back.
Okay.
What happened?
No idea. Somebody called me, I think, maybe. Stupid. Probably some Asian scammers or something.
Speaking of that, if I get one more call, want to know if I'm interested in selling my freaking house.
Bro.
Every time. Oh, where did you see it listed? Well, I didn't see it listed anywhere. We were just curious if you wanted to sell it. Sounds like it's not for sale then.
Yeah. I mean, on the other hand, I don't know how many yards I've stopped in and said, hey, man, you want to sell that 74 Impala or whatever the hell it is?
You know, that's fair. But don't just call me.
Yeah. At least have the decency to come knock on the door.
Yeah, now that I've said that, don't do that either.
If anybody wants to buy his house and wants the address, let me know. Just let me know.
You do realize we both know where each other lives, right?
Yeah. I know.
Hit him at 4 million. Hell, I don't even go that high.
Yeah.
You bring me $500,000.
I did text somebody, it was like a year ago or so. And they're like, we were wondering if you would be interested in selling your house. I was like, I'd think about it. I said, you give me like 300 or something. And they're like, well, can we have your address? What are you talking? What? What do you mean? Like, you're interested in buying my house. You don't even know what the damn thing looks like? You just buying houses?
Yeah,
Fucking psychopath.
exactly what they're doing.
Stupid. Buying houses, random ass houses. Whoa. I know, right?
I mean, they don't want to turn them into rental properties.
Yeah, they don't care what they look like. They're gonna gut them anyway.
Well, then it's annoying because they're like, interested in a cash offer? Yeah, what you got? Oh, well, we'd have to come look at it. No, that's not how this works.
No. Hard pass. Thank you. Come again. Only thing I could think of to do with a Traxxas was a crew cab dually to pull a trailer with because of lockable diffs for turning and 2-speed. Just need a sweet square body crew cab dually. Jesus, that was hard to say. I got dumb, real dumb for a second there. You know, I know a guy that can build them. And, I mean, in all honesty, man, it really isn't that hard. I did the pineapple, and that was the first one I did. And especially now that I've done that one, I could probably do one decently quickly. I mean, much quicker than what I did. But personally, I pay Scott for a reason. Because I can't get them done as fast as he can. So that's just me. God, fucking bitch. But I appreciate you saying that I have a sweet square body crew cab.
Jackson, for $500,000, yeah, you can have the RC collection.
Damn, I think I'm losing money. Where can I send you a 3D printed K30 crew cab? Wait, what? Hang on, time out. G. Hey, where can I send you a 3D printed Chevrolet K30 crew cab? Like a physical or the file? Physically, I have a PO address that I get everything sent to. A file, I can give you the channel email. So just let me know what you need. 4 million in cash or gold. I know this guy that you can get a tuber just like mine. No, I do too. G, the physical address is PO Box 53, Whiteland, Indiana 46184. It's usually, I think it's in the description. Here, I'll put it in here. Give me just a second. I'll put it in the actual comment. You can just copy it. Oops, no, that's not what I wanted. Oh, Papaw's still trying to learn how to use this. Where the hell? There it is. Oh.
Yeah, Jackson, just send me the money. I'll start packing my other shit.
Yeah, no shit. There you go. That is my that's my PO box. I usually check it once or twice a week. And then another thing that I didn't really have a way to bring up, but now I guess this is a very good time. If you send it, I can't guarantee how long or short the time period of me getting it versus it getting on a mailbox Monday, because it has to make sense. And there are some times where things will sit for a while before I can get more things like them, or that kind of fit in somewhere. So I will get to it. You will, I will make, what the hell? What the fuck, Bobby? What the hell is this shit? What?
Yep.
What just happened?
You gotta have regular.
Ugh. Okay.
See if these fit. Those might be too wide.
Those look too wide. I have other ones in here. Yeah, those are. Oh wait. Yeah, they're too wide. I have other ones in here.
Okay.
I've got. I have rod ends and that's bent. That's fine.
It's clearanced.
It's a specially clearance panhard bar. Yes, plus Indie Hub. I just got some parts Monday, I believe, like last Monday, that were shipped over a month ago from Indiana, an hour and a half away. Okay, I'll get it together and send it out next week. Sure, just let me know. Let me know when it's coming. Like, just hit me up on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and just say, "Hey, I shipped this. Look out for it at some point in time." And I will make sure to go a little more often than I usually do, which is not all that much anymore. Oh, balls.
Or he can just send you tracking, right?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, I'm easy. Some people don't want to insure and track and all that stuff, or whatever.
I think post office has like all packages are
Tracked now.
tracked now.
Okay. Well, whatever. Get in there. Slut. There we go.
Yes, the 4-wheel steer will be fixed for next time.
Tommy.
I need a better servo for the front.
I know a guy.
I don't know that it needs.
What are you getting ready to say?
I don't know if it
I
needs
bet
all
it's
that.
dumb. No, just play. You don't think it needs all the S's and the whip'ems and
Yeah, I also don't want to put a whole lot more money into it because
you're not sure if you like
as much as I didn't like it yesterday,
Yeah. That's understandable.
it may or may not be on the table at Beat the Creek, and if I still have it, it comes home and it continues to play, but or it might just go on down the road.
I get it. I understand. You know, sometimes we buy things and try things and we just don't like them.
Yeah, I need to
Like Slidey Boys.
I need to stick to some things that I know and
Yeah.
just leave it at that. And
I really need to sell my drift car.
yeah,
I've been slacking on taking pictures of that and actually putting it out there. Because I'm going to doubt I sell it at BTC, so there's no point in taking it. If I do, it'll be the one.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, but I would assume it's going to be like they're going to have the upper hand of there's 3,000 people here, 4 of us are into drifting. If you want to sell it, I've got $300 for you or whatever the hell.
And it goes right on home.
Yep, and it goes right back in the bin. But it's just one more thing I've got to pack.
All right, on to the next project.
I got 30 crowd gates made now, 8 inches long. How many do you think we need? We got 240 inches then, yeah. So we got 4 feet. Shit, I don't know. I'll have to do, that makes me do math. I'm not sure yet. I honestly don't know. I would have to think about that. You know what? The 20% wider is fine. Honestly, because if you're gonna send that, I may have a idea for it to begin with. So the wider fenders would be just fine. I appreciate it. Oh, shit. 12 to 18 feet worth. Yeah, probably. Because I've got 4 feet out, about what? 4 feet over, maybe more than that? Let me see. Let me think. Got 6 feet and then 4, so that's 4, and then 6. Yeah. So I know just for my tables, usually I'm at 14 feet. I think, if that's mathing. 4 out, 4 over, and then 6 up. That's 14, right? 6, 4, 4. Yeah. What are you finishing up on your orange Jeep? I am actually swapping axles, and then I'm getting ready to put a different servo in it because yesterday I went for a first drive and it literally drove for less than a foot and the servo stopped working. Now, it was used. I'm pretty sure it was a BTC special, or it came in a truck, something along those lines, so it is what it is, but I took a...
Do you have a knife or
Yeah.
scissors or...
But I took a brand new... Oh, so, here, what are you doing? Here, stop. Don't do that. You're gonna cut your finger off, I'll throw up and pass out.
Speaking of that,
Yeah.
carry on, but...
Okay. Shit, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so anyway, which sucks because I took a brand new 800 LP out of it and put a Reefs 777 in it because I was like, oh, it doesn't necessarily need a low profile. And, well, I wish I should have just left it alone for the time being. Motherfucker. Why is this being so stupid? Brother. What?
I am swapping to a Holmes HV2000 servo for my 6. Which I hope I have better luck out of than what seemed like a lot of people did. But
There we go.
we'll find out.
That is for sure. You will find out. It's either going to work or it won't, right?
Right.
I mean, so, and let's see. Oh, I burned up the servo. That's what I was going to say as well. And I also am swapping from the HD44s to just regular D44s. Because HD44s were just kind of, I don't know, they were throwing it off a little bit.
The red diff cover.
Yeah, and I'm not paying for an orange diff cover. That's not even going to be the same color.
Yeah.
I did think about blasting these diff covers and then painting them the same color as the body, but I think it's honestly less work to just swap them. Yeah, personally. Especially for the time crunch we are in.
We're in a time crunch?
That's what I heard. Man. Hi, Bunny. Have you named the bunny that you're not keeping but are keeping?
Well, it went to the vet the other day, and the package that came home with it said Bun Bun on it. So
Bun Bun?
yeah, so I don't know if that's what Haley named it, or
That's terrible.
or it just said, "Hey, it's a fucking rabbit." And
I'm really sorry if your name was actually Bun Bun.
Glenn, I agree, Holmes for the win, but
That's a rear.
I think they had issues with these servos, and
Yeah, they pulled them, right?
they were not available for very long.
Yeah. What was the problem?
I don't know.
I don't remember either. There we go. Let's see here. Wow, wow. Wow, wow. I really wish some other people would sure make a servo. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
You know, not anybody in particular, just throwing it out there into the ethos. Sure would be cool if those one people made some servos for a 6 scale. Literally. As long as it ain't alphabet vomit. Whoa, Jesus. Jason, I have a Reefs Beast 2000 in my 6. I have one ready to go in my 6. I had a problem with the 1000, but I also had a BEC problem. And then my 1000 just didn't seem to be enough. So,
This servo is apparently a lot bigger.
is it? What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it is.
It's fine. My
It's fine.
my fancy mount is adjustable.
There you go. Attaboy. I wanted to run direct power. Do you have the servo mount for it? Are you talking to me? I don't know.
Direct power.
Who? I have the same. You got the cheap, like, Amazon aluminum one, right?
The servo mount?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, we both have the Amazon servo mount that I believe is adjustable, right? Yeah, I think that's
Talking to you.
Matthew. Oh, fuck me, dude. Okay, we're going there.
Government name.
Using my full name. I usually don't let people that change my diapers call me that. So, but I do have I have an adjustable aluminum mount, but I have 1,000 in there. I'm assuming the 2,000 isn't any bigger, so it should just boop right in. And then I'm going to take my 1,000 and put it in the rear, since I made my buggy four-wheel steer, or my not buggy. I don't know what that thing is anymore. Is it a buggy now at this point, or like what?
Yeah.
My buggy. I just realized how much the front of Glenn's buggy looks like your roof line as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that a purpose thing? I really
Nope.
like your Firewall too.
His was pretty much a straight replica, outside of fixing
Yeah.
a few things that
We're dumb.
were not pretty on the other one.
Yeah. So like the whole thing.
Shit.
What are you doing?
I forgot to put the servo.
Oh, you ding dong.
That's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, so. Let's see. I'll talk to y'all later. Gotta spend less time watching and more time wrenching. Go for it, man. We will talk to you, I'm sure, in 5 minutes in a messenger where we're still too busy to pay attention. Front axle in. Well, I'm getting too good at swapping these housings. I got my front axle in too. We're like moving at the same speed. I assume never had a 1000. Can't wait to get it to the creek to try out this massively expensive servo.
Oh god.
Buy once, cry once. That's typically how I roll. How are you going to control the rear servo? So I bought a Noble Pro Plus, and from what I was told, some people are using one of the rolly knob thing, like a wheel, that is on the handle, I guess right under. Somebody is using that. I think that's what they said Brett from Brazen was using. So I'm going to try that because I'm also building a 4-wheel steer 1.9 Unlimited buggy. So I have to figure out how to do 4-wheel steer somehow, and then if it's good, I'll replicate it. Message you on IG about the body guy. About who it is? It's I mean, I'll tell you who it is. It's Scott Limpert. He has a what is that? Scott Styrene. Shit, what is that? Scott Styrene Builds, something like that.
Maybe.
I can't remember what it's actually called because I've come to know him personally, so I don't use it anymore. How much was the radio? It was dumb. I would suggest getting the regular Pro and not the Pro Plus. Wait, no, the regular Plus, not the Pro. That's what it was. But it's not cheap. I think the Pro Plus was $5 something. Fucking dumb.
Yeah, I think it was 5 something because I
Got yelled at.
got yelled at.
Yeah, my wife yelled at Jordan.
Was it you that encouraged him to spend $500 on this?
But
Hold up, wait a minute.
like I said, can justify it because I have 2 ruggeds. I have a lot of trucks. Like we don't have to discuss that. So I have a lot of trucks and I need multiple, like I have to have multiple radios or else I can't run all the damn things. So I'm planning on, at least now, especially selling at least one of my ruggeds, if not both. I have legitimately probably 25 extra Spectrum receivers on top of everything that's already in trucks. If I sell all of that, I can pay off my Pro Plus and then also buy another, not the really expensive new one, whatever. I can't remember how that goes. If they were all Pros, I think it's Noble Plus without the Pro. I can buy another Noble Pro, or Noble Plus, I mean, and I'll be like basically even after I buy a bunch of receivers. Because even brand new, like a brand new 4-channel Fly Sky is like $40, $38, something like that, I think is what I got them on Amazon. I bought 4 of them. And they're super stupid cheap. And a 5-channel Spectrum used is still $55. So like I can sell, I don't even know how many, 10 of those that I think I have, and still be way ahead. I did not like the MT-12, Cody. I have one. I think part of that is, that it was hard to do what I was trying to do. I have so many Spectrums I should bring to sell. Yeah, you should. You should. Because I'm also wondering if I'm not going to take my gray Rugged, which had all my comp trucks on it. I might give that to my son because as he gets a little older, I didn't tell you this, I don't believe. Little dude has told me he wants a tuber.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
So now not only does he have a comp truck, he has a Bandit, which I could probably put on the same radio, and then now he wants a tube chassis truck too. So, I mean, you know,
Does he need a Nilla Bear?
he does not, because I don't want to pay for another Nilla Bear that is going to be after the last one that I have to pay for already. But you can if you want to. I definitely want to ask him what he wants it to look like, because I am super interested in his style. Because that kid, like, regardless of everything, you know, like, and he has such a cool style about everything he does.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen when he dresses himself? He wears the most random shit that I would look so goddamn stupid wearing, and he just looks like, I know he's my kid and all, but he just looks so freaking cool. He's just like, oh, I got this blue Hawaiian shirt with rubber ducks on it and green shorts, and he wears one of his cool pairs of glasses, and he just looks like just cool as shit.
It would be a Nilla Cub.
That's funny. Sounds like you're gonna be busy building tubers. Yeah, probably. Tommy says, I have the DX5C and would like to get the rugged, but it might be a better investment to go with the Fly Sky or a different radio. After owning the Fly Sky, I think I had a GT5 that I bought with a used truck. I didn't like it. It just felt very, I don't want to say cheap. It just didn't feel, I didn't like it. There's a lot of things I didn't like about it. The Noble's badass. I like it a lot. I like it enough that I've been a Spectrum fanboy for ever. I mean, probably 20 years or so, and I'm selling all my Spectrums.
Also, I forgot how heavy this stupid thing is.
Yeah, they're dumb, right? I picked mine up the other day and then put it right back down.
Go in your hole.
I'd like to make my Gladiator and Wrangler four-wheel steer, but I need to check out different radios to see how to control it. I can bring the MT-12 as well. I'll have the Noble on me, and you're more than welcome to scroll through because I'm not using any of it anyway. And I'll kind of show you some stuff I like about the Noble. I've used it. I used it yesterday on my Pro Mod. It literally took me 3 courses at like 4 minutes apiece, so maybe 12 minutes total, and I'm 100% sold. Like, I drove 1 truck with it. I love how you can assign different buttons. You can tell them what to do. Everything is easy. The whole thing looks like a smartphone. I love it. I freaking love it. I don't know if I've said that enough, but I freaking love it. Did you get that part?
I think you said something about you might kind of like it.
Yeah. And like I said, when I buy another one, I really only bought the Pro Plus, whatever the hell. I really only bought the high one because I could not find the regular Plus in stock anywhere for like less than in 6 months it might show up. So I just went ahead and bought it. Fuck it. It was tax return money, so who cares, right? No, it was bonus money. It was not bonus money. Fuck it. Alright. I'm going to swap these rod-ends again. Shwippity, shwippity, shwipp.
Teleguided is also going to have a rugged and all his
Rugged?
Spectrum receivers for sale.
What happened?
Teleguided.
Selling a rugged and all the Spectrum receivers. Visit Matt's tent. Yeah. Dude, how many... I probably legitimately have 25 or so, right? Spare Spectrum receivers.
Yeah, because every time we find cheap ones, we pick them up.
Right.
Because they are so damn expensive.
So I will probably be selling 25 to 30. And then apparently Teleguided is coming as well. So, like, if you need some Spectrum receivers, we are your guys. Is it time? Oh, it's
Very
time.
close. Also, thanks to all the people that finger fucked my K10 at Beat the Creek, it now has the scale V8 in it. It is not in there straight, but it is in there.
Straight as you?
every bit of it. Jason said, and you got Jordan yelled at by your wife. Hee hee.
Yeah. I mean, that's always a positive. Do you have one link of some sort that I can get a rod end? Well, 2 rod ends if I don't have to take this one out. Hey, thanks, feller.
Ryan said that would be awesome for him to have a tube cage of his own.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like one of the few things he and I can do together. I don't want to say he's always on the iPad and like that's all he does. He's not one of those kids, but I mean, he does play his iPad a lot, but he actually has interest in doing a lot of other stuff. So, and he bought me some time because he broke his arm, so we can't go trailing for a while anyway.
There you go.
So, really wish he could, but Lyd was saying he goes to the doctor like 2 days before we leave for BTC. And she's like, that's when he gets his cast off. He can go if he wants. I said, yeah, until he falls. And then, like, I don't even know where the nearest hospital is.
And as somebody that's been to a hospital in a rural area,
Yeah, I found it.
it's not fun.
Not great? Yeah, I didn't figure so. I mean, we went to the immediate care after he broke his arm. And he was squalling for 20 minutes or so. And I know how terrible that was for me to listen to because I can't do anything for him. Not because that sounded really terrible at first. I fucking had to listen to this kid cry because he broke his arm. Because I couldn't do anything.
No, give you something to cry about.
And that bothers me. Obviously, when you can't do anything for your kid, that's freaking terrible. But I couldn't even imagine if he fell and something happened and then I had to drive God only knows where, because I'm pretty sure Maysville Community Hospital is not a thing, nor would I want it to be. But
Yeah, the hospital I went to, the lady told me if I had to have surgery that I should just go home instead.
Jesus, that's a little excessive.
Got my leg wrapped up and on our way.
Really?
Yeah.
Did your mom just, you'll be okay? Is that after she called you a useless piece of shit or whatever she said to you?
No.
Oh, okay. It's a different time?
Different. This was with my dad.
Different. Oh. Brad.
I seem to end up in the hospital with my dad a lot.
What did I do with that rod end? What did you, oh, there, no. There it is.
Jason said, I can tell you where the nearest hospital is. I spent way too much time there last year after my buddy broke his leg.
I forgot about that.
Don't recommend.
That guy, he fell through a bridge or something like that, right?
Yikes.
Yeah. He fell through one of the wooden bridges or something along those lines. About 20 minutes. Oh, that's not bad. I think there is one in Maysville. Yeah, but like I said, I don't know if I want to go to Maysville Hospital. Not sure that sounds like the best option.
Now I need a 8-mile long drive shaft.
Brownie?
For this thing.
Yeah.
Or
or
do I put the carrier bearing back in?
Oh no. Oh, you mean for the K10? Oh yeah, I forgot you swapped projects. I thought you were talking about the SCX6. I was like, how did the servo change the drive shaft angle? Or length? I mean, there's definitely positives to the carrier bearing, you know?
Other than it's right off the...
Yeah. Transfer case. So it's really not doing a whole lot. There's that.
Yeah, and you kind of have to have the transfer case.
Oh, it's got to be lined up, and you've
Yeah.
already moved it.
So that's a no.
That's a negatory on the cost of that machine there,
So?
Ryder.
She's just going to have a 14-inch long drive shaft.
Hell yeah. If it doesn't need to look scale, I know where you can get some really long custom cut to fit drive shafts.
I'm going
I
to try
know.
not to do that.
I know a guy. You gonna build a anti-wrap bar before we go, or? You're just gonna drive it like we have brains.
I do need to do that. I need to build 2 of those.
You do. I need one and you need one.
But I apparently need 3 of those.
Okay, there you go. Slipped down a hill and there was a pallet at the bottom and went through the pallet.
Ugh.
Then I believe they quickly took the pallet out. Golly. That sounds rough, man.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
So, speaking of,
Hopefully he's okay, by the way.
you were talking about blood.
Well,
I would hope so. That was a year ago.
well, I mean, you know, never know how he broke it. He could be permanently disabled or something. I don't know. I hope not, but truth of the matter. You know what I mean?
Follow my blood story.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
Yeah, I kind of cut it off.
Hey, Doug's not here, by the way.
Yeah, I know, I kind of cut it off. Here, you gotta take.
Oh.
I got
You need help?
No, I just have bunny food.
Bunny
I
food?
thought we had a
Old Bun Bun?
No bun foods.
Bun Bun.
Hi, babes.
Here you go, Matt.
Hey, thanks.
So Haley made us Rice Krispie treats.
Yep. With chocolate on the top of
Well,
one.
there's 2 varieties. One's peanut butter chocolate, one's regular.
Sounds delicious. Okay, hang on. Wayne said, has anyone tried the Dumbo RC DDF-35010 channel?
No.
I don't think so. I may have. Damn, she's going to town.
Oh, she's gonna sit there and probably the rest of the time we're sitting here. Sit there munching.
I really want to. I wish your microphone was long enough.
Is that arugula?
Yeah, to reach her.
Dandelion
Oh.
leaves.
There's arugula, there's cilantro, there's romaine, red leaf, green leaf,
Zucchini.
zucchini, and kale.
Jesus.
She has to have a variety.
Hey, man, it's fine. I'm sure she eats a variety out in the yard where she belongs. I mean, where you found her. Thank you for the Rice Krispies, the Rice Krispie treats. And then Jason said, "Yeah, he's fine. Hurts a little when it gets cold because of the rod in his leg. I don't recommend, by the way, no blood.
Oh.
That's good. It wasn't a compound fracture. That's good. That's one of the things we were really worried about with Holden was, like, luckily there was nothing. What the hell is going on here?
You just need bigger foams in them. They're vented.
So, why won't you go through there?
Are they?
What?
I don't know if this isn't vented, I don't think, but
What the fuck?
it allows some. I don't know, but I flattened out this tire. That's cool.
Oh, that sucks. Oh yeah, mine did that.
Haley, will you do me a favor?
Sure.
Oh,
Sure.
it's the little tool divider thing in that basket right there. Thanks.
Anything else?
Nope. No more help from the production team.
Hmm.
You good over there?
No, honestly, no.
What's your malfunction?
The. I don't know. I see now. Maybe I don't see. Nope. Dude, I can't get this to start. See if I'm missing something here. Drive shaft. Rear axle. Action. It fits through there, but I wonder if it's not straight.
Do you have a pinion? A shim in there?
That's the one I took out. See what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not going, right?
It's not. The pinion doesn't stick out far enough.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the axle I took apart earlier.
Junk.
Yep.
You should probably just put some K44s under it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say TRX4 axles.
Much stronger.
So I went from HD44s to D44s. Now I need to go to K44s. I feel like I'm just losing letters as I go.
Oh god. I need to attach those pieces.
What in the hell?
What is on the plate? So those are Rice Krispie treats.
Oh. Maybe.
So there are just regular ones, and then there are peanut butter chocolate ones.
You know what?
What?
I'm gonna have to use the hammer.
Or, hold on, that came apart.
I don't think I can take the transmission one off. I can get this one off. I could always try to swap it, I guess.
What drive shafts are those?
Incisions.
I'll say you can grind off that little lip on the front of the drive shaft.
Yeah. I don't care to do that. That's fine. I'll go. Go back there and use my grinder that I gifted to you that you never use.
That's false.
You inappreciative fucking jerk.
I do use it.
Yeah, it's not working on this side either. It's got to be the pinion. So, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grind on some drive shafts that should fit, since they're made by the same company. It is fine.
You should post about it.
I will. On every group I'm in.
Lucas, I highly suggest making a tube chassis. While I had an optic for a short period of time when they first came out, if I was going to drive a buggy, I was going to drive one that I built. I personally think they're a whole lot more fun. So it just wasn't worth having just to say I had an optic. So I would encourage it. Super awesome awesomeness radio. Todd, are you talking about the MT-12 or the Noble?
It's hot.
Ryan said he painted his recluse panels orange, and the orange didn't come out so good, so he's going to let them cure, sand smooth, and repaint. So that is currently what I'm doing with my YJ.
Hey, oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
Look at that.
That's tight. That is no movement in there. Ooh, that's hot.
So I painted the tan hard top.
Okay.
And there's a little like molding injection mold spot on the top of the roof that I had filled in. Well, I guess I didn't notice it before I painted it, but once I painted it, there's a crack in that. So I have to fill that and sand it back down, and I'll have to repaint that.
Did the butt crack?
Nope. And then the red, I get impatient with painting, and you put that first, fine layer down, and you're like, well, that's not the correct color, so you keep spraying.
Jesus.
And you're like, oh, there's the red. Well, then it cracks and does all sorts of shit. It's the same thing that happened on my K10 when I painted it for Beat the Creek last year. October.
Yeah, I think it was October, right?
Whatever. So,
Tomato, potato.
yeah. So, I didn't learn anything from that first paint job. So,
You did it again.
I did it again.
Good job. I believe our friend would say, "Attaboy."
Yeah.
I'll bring you some rod ends. Sometime. I mean, I plan to. I'll probably forget, and then I just won't. But that's fine. Holy cow. Lucas said, driving my Optic and contemplating making it a tube buggy. Yes.
That's what I told
The
him.
answer is always yes. But with the Baja Claw tires and wheels I put on, it's starting to look like I wanted it to. I mean, yeah,
What size were those Baja Claws?
big bitches.
They looked little.
Yeah, they're probably 419s, right? I'd assume.
Probably. But I think they made a 475 or something.
Yeah, no, they didn't make 4.7. They're bigger than that, right? Pretty sure the 2.2s or the
No.
1.9s are 4.75, maybe, right? I don't know. I thought they were bigger than that, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. It happens anytime that I'm arguing with my wife.
Oh, they are 475s.
Yeah.
They looked kind
The
of
closest are big. I mean, that's just a big chassis.
Yeah.
They're made for wraiths. Wraiths. Jason Sutter, what kind of tires do you all like running down at BTC? Wherever I go really doesn't, I mean, it doesn't change a whole lot. I like Super Swampers and I like these
Proline.
Geolinders. Yeah, Proline. Tusks obviously work really well. I've seen
But personally,
crawlers.
Beat the Creek is more of a scale type event, so
Yeah.
I'm not throwing tusks on my scale truck.
Well, yeah. I mean, when I ran the Tusks, it was on a truck that wasn't exactly scale, I guess. I mean, it's a
I would say half of my trucks that are going down this time are RC 4-wheel drive tires.
the new compound's not bad.
Um,
The XT X2 3S or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
It's not that. I mean, it's not bad.
and then
It's not the best thing I've ever seen.
crawlers, Proline.
Pibbles?
That one won't be ready.
No. Gee.
I mean, hell, one of the trucks is going to be on Proline's G8 compound.
Yuck.
Proline, if you're watching, we would like 4.3 Swampers again. In Predator this time.
I've told them. They don't care. Every time they announce something new, literally there's like 900 of us going, please make us 4.3 Swampers again. That would be great. And they're like, nah, piss off. Here's some 4.15 whatever the hell, dumb shit. Sucks. Can't put this all the way together today, but oh, 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 shit! Oh man,
Does your servo fit in there?
yeah, I had a full size in it yesterday.
That was a joke. I know it does.
Oh yeah, the only thing that didn't fit was the Holmes. I forgot that the cases are bigger. The Holmes wouldn't go in the hole. That was inconvenient, for sure, but it is what it is.
I was saying, I think I checked it with a G13.
Yeah. Well, this is one of the Lord servos.
No, it's Tom's servo.
Tom's a good dude. I like Tom a lot. Tom is definitely one of my favorite contacts that I've made doing all this. Foot chow. Foot chow. Okay, so I should have some bolts somewhere. I'm never gonna find these things. I don't know where the hell they went. Where's this one? I think maybe. I think these are right. Is this right?
Also, for anyone curious,
Bike ears?
sure,
Okay.
with a little ingenuity, the SSD scale trans and V8 fits in TF2 pretty well.
don't know where those are, and I'm not digging for them. So basically, the servo is in. It's at least in the right position and such, and that's got an arm on it, which it's not even powered on, so it doesn't even need that. So let's see. Maybe I can take this out this weekend somewhere. Where could we go? Or next weekend. We could do a test run a couple days before we leave. Do you have anything you want to just take? Just lots of things to just shake down?
Yes, but I don't know if they'll be done by.
By next weekend? Like 3 days before we leave?
Yeah.
Yeah. That gives me anxiety. Jesus. I gotta figure this out. This is really freaking irritating. If you put them on top of here, they're too tall, and the hood sits up. But that seems to be almost my only option. I also forgot that all the G13s come with those, and I didn't need a direct power ESC yesterday. Anyway. I like watching her eat. She like gets a little pellet thing and then she sits back, and the way that a rabbit sits anyway, she looks so proper. Like she's just. She's like,
Also, look, that bowl of greens and shit are gone.
Yeah, she's got some zucchini maybe or whatever that is left.
Yeah.
That's it. She smashed it. Here, let's try this. Because like at this point. I'm ready to send it back to the builder and be like, hey, bro, fix this. You know what I mean? Because I should have for, everything that I've done, I should have a hood that fits.
I get to operate our air.
Nope, it's definitely not.
And I've seen some of the more well-known builders.
Oh, I like how Builder had a quotation around it too as well.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
He said, builders.
Yeah, that's on the fucking end user.
What? Whatever. Anyway. Mom made pork chops for dinner. Hell yes.
That bunny eats better than Jordan. Healthier for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Not better.
yeah, the bunny eats pretty well.
Yeah.
Haley does not mess around with her animals.
That's for sure. I will give her that credit for sure.
The dogs definitely eat better than I do.
Yeah. The dogs eat better than I feed myself when I'm alone.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I think Kona's food's like
I'm sure.
$140 a bag
Yeah,
or
I'm
something
sure.
crazy.
Yeah, she doesn't care though. Let's see. If you buy an optic kit, does it have zero identification on the outside of what it is? Body panel?
Correct.
Yes.
Which I personally think is kind of silly, but
I think it's to sell more panels, but I could be wrong. They hook you in with, you gotta buy an optic, figure that out anyway. Oh, it's not the one I want. Well, conveniently, we also sell the livery that you want. But, I mean, marketing, I'm sure there's somebody that gets paid more than I do to figure that out, so it's whatever. I do need a new 2mm driver. Do know that.
yeah, I'm holding out as long as possible to replace mine.
Well, I ground mine down the other day, and I still need a new one. What the fuck, man? Oh, there we go. I just needed to bend it a little bit. There. It fits perfect now. Hell yeah, brother. Oh wait, this is a little high still. There it goes. I felt it. Just needed some persuasion. Hell yeah. I did think what would have been cool, whatever, is some little tabs off of here, a little spacer, that way the whole front end just. But then I remembered we talked about that and it wouldn't do this.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh shit, my headlights are falling out. Shit. Thought I glued those in there, but maybe not. I just can't wait to run this thing. Maybe put a scratch or 3 on it that aren't from tools and laying it around places. Like, literally yesterday, I put it on the course, right? It's like, okay, I did not make it as far as the K10 body before the servo went out. I turned right.
I didn't even see you get it out.
It didn't go anywhere. I went wing, and then that sucks, and put it right back up. I just made 2 chicken fajita burritos. They were pretty damn good. That sounds good.
Right.
I had what the lunch called chicken jambalaya today at work.
That's for dinner tomorrow night.
Ooh.
Chicken and sausage jambalaya.
This was just chicken, very kind of watery, and it was over a huge bed of white rice, which may be why I'm a little rumbly today. But what it also had was, I don't even know how the hell maybe roasted corn? I'm not sure what it was. Basically, it had all the little burnt parts on the corn kernels and stuff, like they'd thrown it in a pan and kind of cooked it that way.
Yeah.
That shit was amazeballs. That was delicious. I smashed a lot of that.
Also, I really want to design a taller
Air filter?
air filter.
We should. I bet I know a guy that could.
Yeah.
I know a guy already that designed some crowd control gates so no Mustangs can hit our trucks.
Right.
I bet he could design a air filter.
He actually
Uh-oh.
told me what program he uses, and I downloaded it.
Really? What is it?
Just Fusion.
Oh. Gotcha. Have you tried using it yet?
No. I downloaded it
Like an hour before I got here?
Saturday morning,
Oh, okay.
right before you got over here.
Gotcha.
And then my work computer was not doing its thing today, so I was actually working.
So, even though I've gotten up a few times, I think the chair is in the way. I don't think you can see the thing that's behind me. Because no one's asked about it.
That's true.
Yeah.
What servo did you put in it?
G13. Yes. I am a dealer for both, but my go-to for everything is a G13 for full size, 800 LP for a low profile. I mean, unless it has tiny tires like this, like on the YJ, and that's about it. If it has really small tires, I won't put that on there. I'll go with like a 400 LP, but I'll still throw a G13 in there usually.
Yeah, I need to put. I think this is a VP servo, the stock one. I need to put a different servo in this. I don't need a whole lot, but
No, they're tiny. That's not a big deal. So are we doing K10 things then instead of YJ things?
I would like to run them both.
Okay. I don't know if I can get I don't know if I can get either one of the YJs done.
Because I've never driven this thing,
Yeah.
but they're both set up with 1800 hobby wings.
That's part of my problem is I don't have a modern ESC in mind. I'm not good at him.
Well, what do you need?
I learned a 2-in-1. But I haven't gotten that far yet.
Well, If you need one, let me know.
Because I kind of want to take the one out of the F-Toy, but then I can't run the F-Toy. So I'm not running one leaf spring truck to run another leaf spring truck. We also need to decide what trail we're going on. Because we need to pick one that's not a walk through the dirt, but is also not like Trail 9 that a TF2 doesn't belong on.
Yeah, we definitely need to not walk through the dirt trail for our leaf sprung trucks.
But you know what I'm saying? Some of those trails are literally just you walking through the woods on a dirt
Yeah,
trail.
that's what I was planning on running.
Really?
Yeah. There's a couple of like spots and then
Okay. I mean, hey.
get some cool pictures and
Yep. All right, I'm down.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll drive it on that and be like, well, that was boring as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Is we're going to be like, oh wow, this is all we're doing is listening to an 1800 just echo inside of a hard body. This is great. Just balls out for a mile and a half. Me and you were just hiking. It's like exercise with annoying noise.
This should be pretty quiet with the 1800. So.
Yeah, but you got to think it's inside this, and then that's inside the hood of that.
Yeah.
And you got these things are fucking loud.
Cool.
Anyway,
Jackson said Trail 6 for a TF2 run. And
what's
Jason,
behind me? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
And Jason said Trail 4. Run the TF2s in the barn. Yeah, no thanks.
I don't care to
Like,
do that.
while both of my TF2s are relatively on the lower end of the price scale.
I don't enjoy the barn. After we ran it like once or twice, it's really not that big of a deal to me.
Well, there's that as well.
That's what I think about it. Like,
But yeah, the thought of trying to catch this K10.
Nope, no thanks. Catch it with your face.
Jason did ask what was behind you.
Yep. Let me eat this one real quick. You mean the green and white square body? No, I do not.
No, that's mine and Matt's Blazer.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That's pretty cool.
I think it's cool. It's as useless as these two things.
Yeah. Let me Nilla-bear the barn. Alright, go for it.
I would trust you. You can take almost anything you got.
I don't know if my Pro Mod will handle a big enough battery to make that worth it.
The barn?
Yeah.
Barn's not that long.
Why not? But I think I can only fit like a 850 in here.
You can't run that barn in 850
I mean, if you swapped it,
right before the barn.
which is what we do
I think
anyway.
that's the thing. That what smart people do.
Well, I was gonna say the YJ, it fits a 2200 in it, so you
Yeah.
could.
Yeah, I don't remember what we were killing. Well, I think it depends on the truck. I know the turtle buggy Capra, or 10.3, it was killing a lot of batteries very quickly. But I don't remember what a normal trail truck was using on one of the trails. All right, so this is a BRX01, I believe. BRX02. It's a boom racing truck. This is not mine. So this actually belongs. Yeah, dude, that bed's heavy as shit, and it has no spring rate because it's just all falling. Anyway, this belongs to Chris Mitten. He bought it at the swap meet, and got it from Austin Brummett. If you guys know him, he runs. Well, he and what's that guy's name? Don, I think. They're Busted Rust Garage, or I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but he got it from him. And Chris came and got me and was like, "Hey, If I buy this, will you put it the rest of the way together? Sure. So now it is my job to get the interior to fit without chopping it all to hell, which seems decently easy. I don't know how this hood comes up, or if it comes up. I'm not sure. Nope, that looks pretty much fixed in place. So I'm not exactly sure what he's wanting to do or how he's wanting to do it. I kind of need to get with him again. That's very sticky back there. What is that? I don't know, probably just Rice Krispies. Anyways,
All your fingers.
so I don't know exactly what he's going to do. I know that I'm supposed to put the interior in, but I don't remember what I'm supposed to do for a battery. So I may have to figure that out. Because I don't think there's a slot anywhere. Because, I mean, it's pretty much, it's set up just like a scale engine TF2.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so there's not a whole lot of room from the firewall forward. I'll let you guys see kind of underneath it if you can.
Let me borrow that rear drive shaft.
It's long enough, right? So I'm not 100% sure. I may try to do something under the rear end, but I don't know if that's going to have... Yeah, you can fit a little guy back there, I guess. I don't know. I'll have to get on the BRX 01. I told him that I didn't know when I would get it done just because of everything, trying to get my own stuff ready for Beat the Creek. I would love to be able to give it to him, but I just don't know if it's going to happen. So, but it's pretty cool. I mean, it's got little mirrors on it and stuff. Did you see this? Little fold out rubber mirrors. But it's missing whatever the hell goes there. Turn signal thingies in the fender. Like, it's just not done. But it's presentable, I guess. Like, you could put it up on a shelf, take it somewhere. Like, it's done enough to where you could show it off, but not. And I got this. I can't remember what the hell this is.
Looks like the tire tool.
Oh, the tire tool?
Lug nut.
Oh, okay, cool. Nope, that's not. That's not what it is. I don't know.
Or is that how...
I don't remember. I'll have to ask Austin.
I don't know.
Fucking face won't work.
Chad Harvey. Good evening, fuckers.
Hi. Really like to put TF2 on a SCX 10.3. Just stack them on top of each other. TF2 what? On the Yoda bodies?
Yeah.
Mojave. A K10. You need to flip the servo mount over towards the front. If you do that, you can put the steering servo. I think I saw your... I think it was you that commented on the video. It was like right before we came down here. But I'm going to look at that whenever I get home. So basically, is that not where you have yours? You need to flip the servo mount over towards... Oh, you mean all the way around. Maybe? Can you put the body on and see how much room there is in front of it? Fucking lights and shit. Stupid.
Yeah. I regret putting those in.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. What was that?
God.
Oh, God. What are you doing?
Dropped all my engine parts.
Small block still runs, though, bud. I'll tell you what. I got...
The top is right under you.
well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that.
That's fine.
Alright, I see it. Alright, so he's saying flip it around. Is there room? I don't think there's a room.
Well, if you flip the mount to where instead of the little arms coming back,
They're going forward?
if you go forward but then move the mount back, like I had to clearance the mount for the shackle.
Right. I'll see what I can do when I get home. Well, probably not when I get home, but next time I'm messing with it, because I've got some other things I want to do that I kind of learned today. So once I'm that far, I'll do some stuff on video, kind of see. I'll make sure the camera's up close so I can flip things around, put it together, show everybody, where it kind of goes, because everybody's doing different stuff. But like I was telling Jordan today, the problem is the fact that I don't know if it was made to run the radiator and the pulleys, because that adds so much to the front of that engine. Who knows?
Careful. with the paint.
Oh, I'm sorry that your 1976 cracked lacquer is fragile.
Yeah.
I'd say it's gassed out by now. It's probably okay.
What do you mean?
Well, the gases have escaped.
Right.
So
Yeah. So the cracks are just gonna be there.
yeah, it's fine. It looks like it was repainted in like 1992. It's still decent looking, you know, got a little, but that's fine. Mine does too. Yes, if you flip the servo to the front, you'll have room for a radiator. I also use the RC four-wheel drive front spring mounts. I think I have a set of, I know I have a set of +4 A&Ms, and I kind of want to use those. I also thought about building some with like a little bit of 1/4 inch drop, and then using those really long shackles. Just get it even lower, or even higher.
See, on the flip side of that, I kind of want to do spring under.
Yeah, I know. But I think these look good like this. I'm a big fan of both of these K10s on these short swampers. Some decent wheels that look correct.
I just wish
I like your wheels better.
I wish these stuck out a little bit further.
Put some big old fat hexes on there, bud. Haven't you ever seen the Traxxas pages?
Well, yeah. Then you have to run the different I would have to run one where it uses a different
Oh,
barrel nut type thing, and I'm
I
not.
have barrel nuts.
No.
We can drill them out. Run a barrel nut in it. It's good to go.
And ditch my scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some.
I did think maybe just throw some D44s under it, and
Are they wider?
yeah.
Oh God, yeah. By like a decent amount, right? Yeah. Dang. I got these HD 44s here that seem to not have a home. But I think that's overkill on a K10 with 35s.
Yeah.
But I don't want to stick. I don't know. I don't know. The only other option is D44s, and I don't really want to give those up for that. I don't want to cut those apart. I like them too much. I want to stick them under other things.
Yeah. Same.
I don't know. You going to detail the grill, or are you just going to leave it like that?
I really want the other grill.
Yeah, they're out of stock. I tried to buy a couple the other day when I ordered my hoods.
I also need to put my Scottsdale or whatever
Yeah,
metal pieces.
yeah. I can never get those things to stick. If you're using RC4 drive hubs, you can get wider, or wheels, you can get wider hubs.
These are K&K wheels.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Does Mike have wider hubs?
Not for the 155s.
Stupid.
Which makes no sense that the 155 and 19 use different hubs.
That doesn't make sense. Are these the AO8s though? Will those fit? From Locked Up?
I don't think so.
Jesus. These wheels are stupid. I'm gonna take
Maybe.
them back. I'm gonna
You should-
throw them at Mike.
You should buy a set.
I should buy a set of hubs?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what?
And test that
Oh,
theory.
okay. Gotcha. Why don't you buy a set?
Because that's money. I don't want to
Lid was right. You guys just do try to put things in my brain to make me spend money.
Only 3D printers.
True. These are good. Bing. Hey, uh-oh. She's getting ready to flip that bowl. She's like, bitches.
She just did.
You want rice for treat?
I want more, bitch.
She's not a fan of zucchini.
Haley. No.
Maybe she is. She left it for last, and then she threw one of them on the floor.
It's dessert.
She's, she's got the OCD too. She
Yeah.
wants the best for last.
No, these are 8 lug.
Nope.
So one of my tisms is is correct lug nuts and such.
Oh, I get it.
So with the scale, like the front lockouts are fine because all of this body style Chevy had 4-wheel drives had the lockouts, but only the 3/4 ton and 1 tons had full float rear axles, or just the 1 tons, whatever. So I couldn't use the full float rear hub with a 6-lug axle. Just
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Well, and one of the things he would always call me about, as soon as I'd get a set of Ingens or something, he's like, "You need to buy my wheels. They're 8-lug. You only got 6-lug." I'm like, "Well, yours don't come in 2 inches wide, so I don't know what, you know." Are TF2s leaf spring trucks? Yes.
Yes.
So a TF2 is a leaf spring, and then the Galande or Galand or however the hell you say that, those are coil springs. Same axles. They just they use
God, those crawlers, Class 0 crawlers stink.
really like performance wise. Kind of smells like your buddy.
My buddy.
A little skunky. Our buddy.
The high appeal of them is their leaf spring trucks
Yeah.
that are correct.
So we've kind of went over this a few times. I feel like, and I think Jordan agrees, there's an arc and a path that everyone follows doing scale crawlers. You buy a truck, you put the biggest damn tires you can find on it, you lift it up to the sky, realize it performs like shit, get more into performance, cut the shit out of the body, slam it down, does real great, looks like ass. Start making it look better, etc., and then the tires just get smaller and smaller and smaller, and then you go leaf springs sound cool, and then you get leaf springs, and then you do hard body leaf spring tiny tire stuff. This is where you end up.
Yeah.
A lot of people follow that exact path. We have, I mean, I'm sure Teleguided has.
Yeah, Teleguide and I have talked about that quite a bit.
Yeah.
But like this truck, like I will never encourage somebody as their first crawler, trail truck, whatever you want to call it, to go get an RC 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah. You have to drive this, like many aspects of a TF2 hard body truck. You have to drive them differently than you would anything Lexan bodied, because you're going to break these pillars. You can't just smash a hard body against stuff like you can and watch it pop out, and be better. The leaf springs, you're going to bend the shit out of them if you don't drive at least semi-realistically. You're going to bend the shit out of them eventually anyway. The axles, I wouldn't say are fragile, but I wouldn't go putting 475s on them and, go try to beat on them because you're going to break them.
Yeah.
This truck was built to be exactly what it is and driven like what it is.
And for this, it's going to do very well.
Yeah, yeah. And so, like, one of the cool things about this stuff is, especially for videos and things, like I've got a selfie stick. I use it backwards. It actually goes down instead of, like this. But these move really realistically because they are friggin' heavy and the body's really heavy. So they kind of just sway a lot more and they just move a lot more realistically. Kind of like a 6. A 6 is so heavy that it moves much more like a 1-to-1, and this does much more like a 1-to-1, or I'm sure that would too, as heavy as that thing is.
But the 6 is the same way. Like I wouldn't, if you're just getting into it and you're only going to have one crawler, I would never tell you to get a 6.
No, I mean if your friends did, and you had somewhere to run it, I would. I love my 6. I mean, I legitimately think running wise, if it was all we had and that's what we did, the 6 probably comes a very close second to the Pineapple for me.
Yeah.
1 and 2 as one of my favorite trucks. I mean, obviously making it into a tuber and then doing everything we've done to them helps a lot.
Yeah.
But I really like running it. They just look a lot better.
Holy shit.
What?
Swampers RC, all of my trucks are around 10 pounds.
God damn.
Damn.
That's really heavy, man. One of my heaviest trucks is like 8.5, and it's a hard body, full tube. It's got a metal chassis, metal axles, like, but doesn't have a lot of brass in it or anything. But 10 pounds is really heavy. Yeah, it's a challenge of driving a leaf spring truck versus a 4-leg truck. The scaler the truck, the better driver you need to be. That's also another thing, is to take something with under 4-inch tires and a hard body that performs like this and try to actually drive it in and out of places, and things like that, and like not beat the holy dog shit out of it, but get where you're going, on the trail and stuff. That's a really cool part too. Also, he was saying, where did he go? I prefer 8-lug myself, but funds are short. These K&K wheels are not expensive at all. I mean, I don't think they're like super cheap knockoff Amazon cheap, but they're
I don't know what they're selling for
yeah
because they've
changed hands a few
they've
times.
changed hands, and I think they may be a little cheaper.
I don't know. They're under 80 a set, right?
I think they're about $80 a set.
Yeah. Which I mean, I get is also that's not $30 like you would, a pair of China 101s or like whatever that they've sold 9 million of. But as far as that goes, they're really nice. Most importantly, they are really, really nice wheels, and they're $80. I mean,
Yeah.
however you want to look at that. That all just depends on perspective too, because I mean, shit, $80 is one thing, but then you got a custom set of CNCs or specs or whatever. They're $300, which I don't have a whole lot of those or anything, but it just depends on what you. I don't know. Everybody has different ideas of what expensive and stuff is, and priorities as far as this is not some people's main hobby, so I 100% get
Yeah.
$80 being expensive or whatever.
Which, I had
These guys.
these guys on it before, which were just like cheap Amazon, eBay wheels.
Did you blast those or are those?
No, that's just the way they came.
They came rough and raw.
Yep.
That's how I give it to your mom.
Good. She appreciates it.
She does.
But they were 6-lug, and so I think it was October last year. I walked past and I picked up these K&K wheels probably no less than 4 or 5 times. And Kirby told me to stop picking them up and just to buy the damn things.
Yeah.
And so I did.
And then probably told you could have a discount.
Well, so that's why I said I think they're cheaper now.
Yeah.
Because I want to say I paid $80
Yeah.
for them.
I thought they're like $30 a set or $30 a pair now, but I could be wrong.
But they were like, at that time, like $100 a set.
Yeah. Okay, hang on. I want a 6 to pull a lawnmower.
You can do that.
That's definitely something you can do if that's your plan. I have kids, so I don't need to pull a lawnmower at all.
I got a wife.
Exactly. I don't know that I would want to. I don't know. I enjoy my 6 as a trail truck. I don't know that I would want to actually just go out and like make it pull things around. You know what I mean?
We make it pull the wagon.
That's true. Colorado Adventure Club said just like in real life. Steel bumpers, etc. William, hello. Ryan said, I got some K&K 8-lug slots in my axial early Bronco, and they look really good on there with Swampers. Oh, yeah, 100%. I'm a big fan of slots. I really
I like
only have...
sluts too. Wait, what?
What? sluts. I have one pair on the pineapple, and I really like them, but those are CNCs, and I got them cheap, so I run them. They're a little wide for me, but it is what it is. I guess you know what? I always could take those off and get some K&K 1/9 slots that are actually 8 lug for it. Stupid.
Gotta hit up Kirby.
Yeah, remind me in a couple weeks. Hoofda. I'd love to see Rob set up a 6-scale comp course.
That'll never happen.
It's not out there. It won't. We'd have to go somewhere else. Jordan and I have taken our 6s, and you just pull the trigger, and they walk up everything. They're so big that there's nothing there that's gonna even remotely test them at all. Because even when they were stock, they were just doing whatever the hell we wanted them to. I think the actual problem with the 6 is it turns like shit. That would make a 6 comp really, really hard because 6s just do not turn worth a damn.
Hopefully that gets better with 4-wheel steer.
I was gonna say, where are you at with your 4-wheel steer there?
There's parts over there.
I'm not doing that for BTC, huh? No. Okay, I'm gonna try. That's my next project after I get Beluga done. Yeah, don't have the terrain. It's just literally like not possible at Abner. I was talking to Matt yesterday, Matt Davis. So RC builder, I think of Indiana is what his thing is. And we were discussing even up at Lafayette where they go, the creek, whatever. He said the only place he can even think of would be like, I guess if you follow that creek way back, there's some stuff for a 6.
Yeah.
But because I think he was talking about getting one or whatever. I had a DBXL, but it's not the same as a scale truck. Yeah, that's why Rob doesn't do class 3, let alone something that's the tires are damn near twice as big. Cody, dude, like I'm saying, I love my 6, and I think especially out where you are,
Yeah.
if you took your Pro Mod and scaled it up, or your Pro Mod chassis scaled it up and put it on 6 axles with 4-wheel steer,
yes,
you'd fucking love it. I would guarantee it.
Make that happen.
Yeah. If you don't love it, I'll buy it. How's that?
I do think, and I know you're working towards it, but I think a full tube chassis needs to happen for my 6.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that because I hated making mine.
I don't think it's gonna be that bad. Because I think the same way I'm looking at it, I have everything built as far as all the tube work. All I'm doing is cutting the bars that connect the tube work that I made to the actual flat frame. We've got those plates.
See, I want to, if I changed mine, I would do a complete new chassis because I want to narrow mine.
See, I was thinking the opposite. When you had your hood open and you had all that room for batteries and ESCs and stuff, and you open the hood of mine and it's all just, it looks like your Pro Mod. Everything's just kind of jammed in there. I kind of wanted to get rid of that. I also need to cut it apart and figure out a better way to put my batteries in.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of my battery mounts.
So what I need to quit doing for my batteries
Cocaine.
is putting them under a hood that takes 4 screws.
Yeah. See, mine are under the drivers. But I didn't make the cockpit big enough to like put the seats on Velcro and then pull them off and put them back on. Mine kind of like slide in from the back, but like real awkwardly. I wasn't a fan. Teleguided said, I'm bringing my Emu RC6. Is that the 6-wheel drive or is that I don't know what the hell that is. I can't keep track of Emu stuff.
No, that's a tube chassis, I think.
Is it? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I have a Suron. I wanted to take 2 of those motors and some Yoda axles and make a mini electric version. Wow, that's crazy. A 3rd scale would be wild. Doug says, I got the carpet and most of the interior back in tonight. I'll post pics when I get home, listening to you on the way. Well, be careful, sir. Doug makes me want to do race car things, but then my race car doesn't get done. Even though I ask when my race car's going to be done. I mean, it doesn't have much slop on the drivetrain. It's
Well, it's also pushed against something back here.
It's fine.
I need to take a picture and post in the RC four-wheel drive group so people understand the difference between a long wheelbase and a regular wheelbase and a short
You
wheelbase.
do. Take it from that side so that way you can see the back get longer.
Yeah.
Or take the bodies off and take a picture from up top. Long wheelbase, regular wheelbase, short wheelbase.
I don't have an actual regular wheelbase TF2 though.
I don't either.
I was just going to use this.
Alright. I would be like RC Jesus and his cat dump truck. Is that who had that big ass cat dump truck at that one swap meet? Was RC Jesus? The one that was like $5,000 and as big as this table?
I don't think so.
No, I didn't think so either, but
He's not from around here, is he?
I don't have any idea where he is. Rob says no. So I don't think that was him. I don't know where he's from. I'm pretty sure I've met him, or we've met him before.
Florida.
Yeah, but I don't. Okay.
I sat next to him at the prizes or whatever
The door prize pull
Thing.
thing. Yeah.
when I felt like a piece of shit, sitting there waiting for all of our names to be called, and then I come back and you guys had torn everything down. I was like, oh, well, thanks, I guess.
It happens. It's alright. He had it in Florida at that event. He'll be at BTC. Yeah, I thought he said he was coming.
He's
One of
a sponsor.
Ooh, hey-o. One of the things I'm going to have to be better about doing is some of those guys that are like RC Jesus. Like, I don't even know what he looks like. But if I stop by his tent, I'm going to have to make sure and be like, oh, your name is Fred, whatever the hell. You are RC Jesus. And then, like, literally make a point to know who the hell I'm talking to. I built a truck using a 1.6 New Bright Hummer body, custom built chassis, a GCM LRT2 transmission, RC four drive 2.2 mil spec wheels, and tractor XLs. Hell yeah. I started building a Wraith out
There you go.
of 1.6.
He looks like Jesus.
I figured that. His name is Nick Barber. Okay. So, Swampers RC was talking about it. I started building an Escalade out of a Wraith and got about, I don't know, half the tube work done, got the body cut up, and then just decided I didn't want to finish it. But at the time, I only have a MIG welder. I didn't really braze, so it was not great.
Mitten's got my New Bright 6 scale.
Was he the one that originally bought it?
Yeah, he bought it off of me from.
That's what I thought.
That was I sold that and went and bought my 6.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You have the cut and shut 2.2s or whatever on it, right?
Yeah.
The big bastards. I'm gonna do better at keeping my kid out of everyone's booth. There you go. It's always an option. Yeah,
She's gonna be on a leash.
Yeah, no joke. You need to get her one of those, like the fence with a shock collar. Once she gets 10 feet away. Yeah, Nick's got long hair. Not in Kentucky. That really doesn't narrow a whole lot of people out.
Not a whole lot.
You know. Say shit. I said something to somebody at work the other day about having long hair. And they looked at me, and I was like, oh, I cut my hair as soon as I got in. So I had to show them a picture of right before I cut my hair, where my hair was like, I didn't realize when it was wet, it was like all the way down here.
Really?
Yeah, it was actually a lot longer than what I thought it was. And then they just looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, that's me. Same face. See that? We have one for the dogs. Might have to borrow it for the weekend. There you go.
Or set it up to where she can only be inside, like in the middle area,
Yeah.
but can't get into anybody's food.
There you go. Set it up in like a radius, so it's got a. That's funny. Well, I'm gonna put these on my YJ when I get out there next time, I guess. I'm still stuck. Do I put the scorpions then on the orange YJ?
I thought that was the plan.
Right. Okay. I'm also pondering how much I trust Viterra axles. I mean, I don't plan on driving it like I don't have a brain. I mean, I don't plan on it, but thoughts, prayers.
Go for it.
Just thoughts and prayers for the axles. Just bless them before we go out.
Yeah.
Watch me break them all. Okay, cool. If you hear a preteen child yelp, mind your business.
I didn't hear shit.
I didn't hear anything. I don't know nothing. I didn't hear anything. I didn't see anything. Preteen. Oof. I got one of those. Mine's getting close. She's getting crazy. Oh. That's backwards. You're supposed to go to the Jamboree with the lift on, looking for tires, and then go put them in the back of the truck driving around. You got the tires already, and now you got stockies on the back. Jesus.
I don't know what to do with these.
What are they?
3.3 MTZs.
You got all four of them?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take them home for something. I have an idea.
Quit taking all my shit.
Okay, fine. Fuck you. I don't want them then. I have an idea, by the way, that once we're off of here, because I don't want anybody to steal my idea, because I'm not letting it out yet. But I'm going to run it by you, and if you say no, then I'm going to know that's a yes.
God.
Should be 12 in July. Yeah, Reese will be 11, well, the day that BTC starts. I used to have long hair, but I can't stand it anymore. Clippers and a number 2 face and head. Oofta. Yeah, my hair is actually really long, but after like 2 weeks with the way I get it cut and the way that it lays, I look like I slept in a dumpster if I don't really mess with it. And then sometimes even if I do mess with it. So I'm trying to let it just do whatever, and then I'm going to get it cut right before we leave for Beat the Creek. So that way I don't look like I do now. So, I mean, I got to try everything I can to be pretty. Not everybody's natural like you.
True.
So,
It's unfortunate.
I used to shave my head like every 2 weeks. I used to clipper it, just no guard. And then I kind of got tired of doing that.
I always think that I want to grow my hair out, and then it grows out a little bit and touches my neck, and I was like, ugh.
I miss my hair, but nobody's gonna know you. Yeah, if I shaved my face, not a goddamn person would know who I was. I just walk around there just anonymous.
Hell, I probably wouldn't recognize you.
I'm ugly. I'm not gonna lie about it.
I know, I've seen pictures.
I know, right? It's not pretty.
It's amazing you're married.
That had to do with my wonderful personality more than my face.
Oh.
Yeah. I miss my hair, but I also realized that I was going to quickly become that 40-year-old guy that didn't have a whole lot of hair here. Because when it's really not insanely terrible, but once it grows out, like it stopped growing up front, it would grow like a quarter as fast as the rest of it. And then, so that was kind of weird looking. So when I pulled it back, it looked really weird. And it just, like, I don't know. It just was, I felt like I was really, really starting to lean into that, like, old dude that used to be a metalhead in the 80s and is still just clinging onto his hair. I had to get out. I had to
Put those few strands of hair in a ponytail.
Yeah, I know a guy, and his dad is literally bald, like around here, but he's got hair like down to here. So he's just got like this down, and it's real long, and it just
Isn't that a skull?
yeah. Lid called me his name and was like, "That's what you're gonna look like if you keep letting it go." And I think I cut my hair like 2 days later, as fast as I could get into the barber shop. If I shaved my face, everyone would see my double chin. Precisely. I have a really small chin, but I've got a big one under here. If I shaved, my wife wouldn't talk to me until I grew it back. Dude, one night, I used to work nights. I wouldn't call it second shift, I wouldn't call it third shift. But anyway, I got home and, so before I really started growing my beard all out, I just had a goatee and it was kind of long. And so I went to go, shape everything up. And you know how this goes. I messed up one side and was like, oh shit. So then I tried to cut it over here, and then that didn't look right, and I just kept going, and I mean, eventually I got to probably what you have now. And I got in bed, and Lid woke up, and literally I thought she was gonna start trying to stab me or something because she didn't know who I was. She basically said, "Don't ever do that again. If you ever have a problem, wake me up. We'll fix it. But don't ever show your face again." That's give it up, dude. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I think any concert my dad and I have ever gone to, metal concert or whatever, there's always those guys there that, saw Slayer whenever they were an opening band for someone or whatever the hell, and they all look like that. They've all got just long gray hair, and they're just bald as shit from here up. I'll pass. I just don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it could be worse. I've got a buddy. Well, yeah, my friend, Casey. He was literally, I've seen pictures of him. He got married when he was 21, and he was doing a little comb over action. I think he said 22, something like that. He was fucking bald.
Damn.
Yeah. He's probably your age. I think he's mid-30s. And I mean, he doesn't even have to cut it up here because it's gone. So.
Yeah, by that point, it's just shave it.
Yeah. 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 And see, what's crazy is everybody says, oh, it skips a generation, all this shit. A, my dad has a shitload of hair, for one.
Yeah.
But then B, my grandpa, I have a picture of my grandpa holding me as a little fella, I was barely a month old or whatever. And he's as bald as he is now. And he would have been 42, barely older than me. I mean, just gone. So.
Yeah.
Is baldness run in your family?
My grandpa has a comb over.
Yeah.
On my mom's side, but and then so maybe on my mom's side, because my uncle, he shaved his head since as long as I can remember.
Yeah. Swamper RC said, if you want to see a good metal band, check out The Contortionists. Oh shit. They put a bunch of new videos about 4 months ago. They're badass. I will check that out. Definitely. I'm always open to new stuff. Ryan said, if I shaved my beard, I'd look like I'm in my 20s and I'm 42. I don't know if I'd lose 20
Right, you're
years.
42?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I think we've discussed that before. He's my age. Younger than Doug, older than me. Wayne says, I've been completely clean shaven 3 times since 6th grade and I'm in my 50s. There you go. There you go.
Damn, for some reason, I thought he was mid to late 20s.
Yeah. Wayne says, been bald since 21 or 22. I knew a kid, his name was Chad. He was going bald in high school. I bet we were 16 and this dude had...
Speaking of 16, tell a guy to just turn 16.
I don't... Interesting. like plus 20 something. Swamper says I'm 64. Dang, nice.
I went to high school with a guy that
He's 64.
no,
He's real dumb.
he was gray in high school.
That's one thing I've noticed that Lid talks about a lot. And I know it's my, like, you can blame it on my kids because it started happening, like, right about when I met, or when we had Reese. But, like, you can watch pictures of us, and my beard is definitely going gray a lot more in the last couple of years. So,
That's partially why I keep it pretty short.
fuck it. I don't care.
The other portion of that is my CPAP.
Oh, yeah. See, that's why, yeah. They told me about that with my CPAP.
It doesn't seal.
Yeah, I told them I'd rather just die or not breathe. They're like, shave your beard, does CPAP would work and everything, and we'll get you on. I was like,
You can fuck
I'm
off.
good. I'm good. Although, what is weird is, so like back when I was 22 or whatever, I had I will never shave unless I make this much money. Now, I don't even know how much it would be. But like, man. They said if I would have gotten into a different trade, I would have had to do a yearly, what the hell, mask test, whatever the hell it's called. But since I'm in the one I'm in now, I don't have to. And I'll say, no, that's good because I wouldn't have. I went back to the floor. I despise my CPAP machine.
Fuck that. I love mine.
Yeah, as I say, Jordan talks very highly of his.
I mean, it's not great, but it beats the alternative. So
Yeah, not breathing.
not breathing, dying.
Yeah. I got that mouth guard thing and it works pretty well. I mean, I'm sure a CPAP would work better. But Rob said, I'm 54 and the last time I was shaving, I was in my 20s and lived in Arizona. There you go. Swamper says, all of my gray hair is on my face. The hair on my head is brown. Yeah, I have like some salty, I'm kind of like you got, I can see your little highlights over there. But my beard is definitely going gray much faster.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with it. I mean, there's a point where I do come to the realization, like, I'm 40. Like, I couldn't keep my brown hair forever, That's why Bill doesn't have a beard. He says, white. He's like, I can't do it. It's just white. I'm like, fuck it, who cares?
Now I want to see it.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, just grow a beard, you pussy. He said, no. Like, my grandpa's got a goatee. My grandpa's always had, like, I don't really know what you'd call it, but, like, your length beard, whatever. And, I mean, he's had different stuff. I think he's had a couple longer, like, I would say, let's call it a 2-month grow out, whatever. But I don't know that I have ever seen Bill with not a shaved face.
Dustin said, wait.
I was like, where are we at?
Rob's 54. Last time he was shaving was in his 20s.
If I
lived in
didn't-
Arizona.
Dustin, if I didn't have to have it for my CDL and my job requiring a CDL, I wouldn't have it. Fair, I guess. Wayne says, I hate my CPAP because of that too. Chad says, I'm a ginger, so I'm going white. I mean, I feel like that doesn't look as bad though, because your hair is already kind of lighter.
Yeah.
So the white and the red, whatever color. Rob says I have a couple highlights are brown. RC Granny? I think it's new, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Welcome for one. And hi guys from Australia. Wait until you're in your 50s. Ugh, yeah, I know. I got a decade before I get there, but like I said,
I got a while.
I'm happy to at least still have hair on my head. Like, is it as thick as when I was 18? No. Do I care? I'm really not starting to, because, like, I'm just happy to have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't even care, because I know it's going to turn white eventually. You've seen my grandma. Her shit's white. Like, it's clear. It's almost so white. So, Dustin says, I sleep worse as far as waking up with that damn hose versus not. What? But Crazy Horse says, I snore like I'm trying to peel paint off the walls. Yeah, that was the weird thing was Lid was saying I would snore really loud. And like
Yeah.
to try and make sense of that in your brain, you're going, "Oh, you're snoring really loud." Well, don't you think you'd wake yourself up? Like not wake yourself up like you supposedly do without the CPAP, but like literally I'm making a shitload of noise that is comparable to slamming the door or whatever the hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's not because you're like, I mean, you're just like, it's in a rhythm of you
I
breathing.
mean, I guess that's good.
So,
No CPAP for me. It's nebulizers and inhalers. Really? I've got what is that thing called? I can't remember. I've got one of the like mouth guard things from a company that was like on Facebook or something. I looked them up. It was pretty highly rated, whatever. And there's like 2 different levels, I guess. The level 1 was okay. It helped. But then when I switched to level 2 after wearing the level 1, I've noticed that it pulls your lower jaw forward a lot. Like at first it hurt my upper teeth because my whole lower jaw was like hanging on my upper jaw or on my upper teeth. But after I wore the 1 for a while and kind of got used to that pulling my jaw forward, I stepped up to the 2, and I can definitely tell like when I put my head back, your jaw just doesn't fall back. And it's got a tongue suppressor, depressor, whatever the fuck. A tongue holder downer guy. And,
Interesting.
Yeah. Let's see. Ryan says, I get razor burn too bad, so I don't shave. Fair. Wayne says, I got 2 skunk stripes in my goatee at 28. It's almost all white now. Do farts enter CPAPs? I don't know. Let's ask our CPAP expert over here.
why is that? Why is that one of the most common questions
Really?
I get? Oh, yeah.
Interesting. RC Granny, that's when you do a comb up from the beard. Yeah, I can. I know a few times, what was that? It was during COVID. There was a thing where a bunch of dudes with beards were like flipping it up and then putting sunglasses on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that a few times.
To answer your question, Teleguided, according to my wife, no.
That means she tried.
No.
Shit,
Because
CPAP.
whether if I fart or if the dogs fart or whatever, I sleep peacefully. And Haley's like, I gotta live with all this shit.
That reminds me of, you ever seen those things where the people put the dinosaur or the inflatable things
Yeah.
on and people shit in them or whatever? They can't get them off.
Yeah.
I watched one where a guy started throwing up inside the costume because he couldn't get it off. And she had sprayed fart spray in the thing. And he got out and he was a much better sport and in much better mood than I think I would have been. Because he was like, babe, why'd you do that to me? You're crazy. Ah. No, thank you. That's not.
Not at all.
Let's see. DR said they could if it was close to the intake. A guy at work, his daughter did it to him. She also tried to kink the hose. Bitch. I'd have locked her in a room. Chad said, I've been known to yag a maggot. Yep.
So, my favorite thing to do with my CPAP is get the hose caught in my blankets and roll over and throw the machine off the nightstand. It scares the shit out of me.
I bet. It's funny.
Haley was talking the other day about when we lost power one night. And she's like, I'm surprised the power going out made you wake up. And I was like, yeah, I was suffocating.
I couldn't breathe. It's funny. It's 10 till.
10 till what?
10 till 10.
Oh my god.
Yep.
It is past my bedtime.
Yep, we're gonna have to start taking her home.
It's closing time.
Get your shit and get the fuck out. You care if I leave that here? Okay. Cool. It's not mine, so I don't care what you do to it.
Take it easy, Rob.
Bye, Rob. The one nice thing is if it's cold out, you can wrap yourself in a blanket and have fresh air. That
Ooh.
I like that.
I've never done that.
I like that idea. I'm not gonna lie. Because there's something real nice about just sticking your whole body and your head under the blanket and it's all nice and cozy. But then you're sitting there and all of a sudden you're breathing in all that hot air
Yeah.
of yours and everything. Chad, later. Yeah, John, same for me. Good night, guys, early morning. Agreed. I gotta get to home and then to bed.
Also, this really makes me want to build a dually. I don't know why.
Because it's cool. As long as it's not a 6x6. You can put dual wheels this way, but don't put them this way. That's the way I see it.
Or 8x8.
Blech. Or a stupid semi-cab.
Alright.
Have a human burrito. Colorblind guys, see you later. Good night to Dustin. Good night, I guess. Guys, gooses.
We have what? 1 or 2 more weeks before?
2. We have this week, next week, and then I am only working Monday, Tuesday, the week of BTC. I took Wednesday off to make sure I have every possible thing I can do done. And Lid said, "You waste your vacation time." Derp, 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 derp. Says the lady that doesn't even have to take vacation to get off work, so. I'm glad I didn't buy these the other day, because I almost did.
For what?
The YJ.
They'd be too small in your YJ.
Unless.
That's that one I sent you.
I know.
That had those.
I know. I just don't know how small I want it. Because, like, I can handle this. This may be actually useless. Like, not even fun useless.
I mean, whatever that trail that runs across the back of the lot.
2?
Yeah. You would have an absolute blast just bombing around through there.
But if you start at the very, very beginning, it's where all that concrete and shit is. It'd never make it through there. You'd have to skip all that.
Yeah, you'd be fine.
Okay. Anyway. Alright.
Alright.
You guys are no fun. 5 o'clock's gonna come up early. If you make a video about the front server mount, 100%. If you do that, just tag me in it. You can post it in my group, whatever you want to do. I'm not sure if you're in my group. I don't know your actual name, etc. But you are more than welcome to do that. Jason, we are actually a lot of fun, just not at 10 o'clock in the morning or in the afternoon, evening, whatever the fuck we're doing. Whatever we're doing, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. This late at night.
Yep.
Super early in the morning.
Wayne, good night. Schweppers RC, good night.
Oh. It's been fun.
It's
Make sure you
been-
hit the like button on the way out.
Yipper.
And until next time.
At least next Monday, yeah? Unless something crazy happens. I'm not 100% sure about Monday right before BTC. It'll just all depend on where we're at, but where I'm at least, I don't know. Agree, disagree, agree to disagree.
Yep.
Okay, alright. See you later.
Hi, Levi. Bye, Levi.
Bye. Oh. Bye. That was a reference to the. Oh, I know. I'm no fun.